Nothing escapes a vampire thought.
All right. Hi, everyone. Welcome in chat. We're going to try and play the second half of the campaign's tale current patch story of Reverse 1999, taking place after World War I, as the Foundation struggles to deal with now a much more militarily aggressive Manus Vindictae, following the events down in Antarctica where they attempted to resurrect Arcana. And now they interfered in World War I, made trouble there, and now they are trying to start up more trouble after World War I, as they kept at least enough of their army to cause trouble and raise more. They converted one of the generals of Xeno to their own cause, at least partially. The guy seems like a fool, but they don't care. And that guy and his army are causing troubles on this area called the Steppe. One of our chatters actually knew of one of the principal story elements here, called the Amber Room. She didn't know much about it, but she might have been named in reference to it, actually. And we investigated and found that it was being used for experiments related to the storm. And we just found that out. Now we are struggling to move forward and find out what happens after that. Legacy of the Era. Now we're on to Defender's Oath. And soon Verton might have to make some tough decisions with regard to the Foundation and our ally,
How are you feeling, Miss
Igor.
Just as I have the many other times I've sat on this chair. And must you insist on calling me by my pen name?
Erd is your real name. If you want to find the true you need to accept it.
But I'm just a journalist, an occasional writer on hippies. Erd is simply a pseudonym for my submissions to a certain magazine. I still don't understand the purpose of this experiment. Your claims of world peace sound no different from many of my interviewees on the street.
She's ready. Vessel Ensoulment, test number 13. Begin.
Vessel Ensoulment. Are they trying to combine the souls and persons of people across timelines?
Burton,
Mom?
it really is you, my child. It's been so very long. You're slighter than I'd imagined, but how wonderful it is to see how you've grown.
Why are you here? This isn't reality. I can feel it. Where are you really? Where can I find you?
Don't cry, my child. This is but a moment from the past. I can only tell you what has already happened.
Okay.
Was the ensoulment successful?
Not quite, but it's the closest we've ever gotten. Amazing. All previous subjects couldn't bear the side effects of the experiment. Only Erd.
State the conclusion.
Yes, sir. Erd's true personality may have briefly returned during the 13th test. We know this because of the disappearance of the Amber Room. That is to say, for a few seconds, the room became unobservable. All feedback signals were cut off.
What?
My assumption, is that the Amber Rune traveled into the future during that time.
The future? Why? For what? Only time will tell.
Went forward into the future to see Vertin? Timekeeper.
Timekeeper? Timekeeper. Are you awake?
Whether it's the ground beneath her or herself or that is shaking, she can't tell. When the clamor of noises around her, it's as though she's been thrown into the future.
Sanato, is the timekeeper alright?
She's awake. Sanato? Marsha?
Her mind still lingers in another time while her eyes struggle to grasp where she truly is.
What's happening? Is Beregrad... Krutov launched a surprise attack on Beregrad an hour ago. Some bandits have broken into the city under the cover of their air force. The cavalry and the militia have formed a defense. Igor went to contact his people for reinforcements. We need to get you to safety as soon as possible.
How long was I down there? 15 minutes, right?
50 minutes? Timekeeper, you've been gone for almost 12 hours. I just brought you back above ground.
Huh?
Timekeeper, sorry for asking so soon, but are you able to move?
Yes, I'm fine. Just give me one more minute.
Alright, here's the situation. Krutov's vanguard has occupied part of the outskirts. Though this church is currently within the safe zone, it won't be for long. We need to retreat a few streets back. 10 minutes ago, a small force cut off our retreat. I'll attempt to break through a route connecting us to the militia stronghold.
Oh,
Wait for
wow.
my signal, Timekeeper.
Oh, right.
Filter complete. Move carefully.
Airstrike guidance again.
Please be careful, Miss Marsha.
Don't worry, Sonato.
It is here. Please stay behind me, Xianglia. Please lend me your power.
Doing our first battle.
My responsibility.
The tremors of fate.
You won't get away.
We can't get close with this firepower pinning us down. Hey, down there! Go do something about it.
They
Alright.
turned their machine guns to fire at the flying bitches. I need to do something quick to neutralize the enemy's machine guns.
Ah. No, machine gun, that one.
I can hear it.
Let me handle the pain.
强梁既出，王有不为。
Oh, well, I didn't even need the flying
Are there any
witches.
injuries? Just give me a shout. I'm here to help.
The Knight's Trench Club proves an effective weapon in the cramped alleys of the city. It isn't long before Marsha's cleared a path.
Timekeeper, Sonato, this way, quick!
Timekeeper, please hold on to
Right.
Even with half her weight on her, Sinetto manages to cross the open danger of the main street with astonishing speed.
At the other end of this alley is the area under our control. The Cavalry Corps will escort you out of the city to a safe place.
Aren't you leaving with us, Miss Marcia?
I'll take you to the commander, but after that, I'll stay in Beregrad until the enemy is repelled.
Nice. The wreckage of a warplane shot down just moments ago by Igor's anti-aircraft guns lies lodged in the dome of a church. Before that, several shells had been launched into the militia camp, hospitals, churches, and residences, setting the hard-kept peace ablaze.
Friendlies! It's friendlies! They're back!
Meryl lowers her binoculars and calls for the militia guarding the street fortifications to clear a path, allowing the three young women to fall back into the rear formation. The commander strides forward at the sound of her voice.
Are you all right, Timekeeper? You don't seem well.
It's okay. I'm not hurt. Just a bit dizzy. The Timekeeper hasn't eaten anything for over 12 hours. Her blood sugar might be the problem. I'll take her to have some food.
I see. When you finish, take her to the siege outside of the city. This fight will not end soon. The city is no place to linger.
Yes, Commander. I'll take her away as soon as possible.
Make it so.
The commander nods and turns to the knight waiting nearby. Meryl is standing at her side, unnoticed until now.
And you? You swore to stay in Beregrad.
Yes, sir. I can join the militia rescue team. Many medical staff in the city cannot defend themselves.
Good. Medics of the Cavalry Corps and Griffin Legion will stay as well. You will aid each other.
Of course.
I'm coming with you, Marcia.
Fine. But do as I say.
Okay.
The commander looks around for Igor. Two leaders agreed to stay in the city. Igor is standing nearby, still holding a telescope, his gaze fixed on the city gate. He doesn't move for a long time.
What do you see?
Beyond the gate lies only the vast golden plain.
I know Krutov. If this is his declaration of war, he will not stop at bombs and bombers.
What? You mean...
It's coming.
The grass bows low as black galloping hooves carve a path straight to the city. A cloth-covered rider bounces limply on the horse's back. He carries a blood-smeared javelin like a Roman priest riding toward
A
Carthage.
messenger bearing a declaration of war.
A pity the man doesn't know how to ride.
The messenger does not grip the reins. He jostles and sways like an ominous banner battered too strongly by the wind. But the black horse only gallops faster, pummeling straight for the gate. Andreas! By the time the messenger arrives, the cavalry have already formed ranks, gun-trained on him. But the messenger reads no declaration of war, nor does he throw the blood-stained javelin. He only slides from the horse and crashes to the ground. His shattered frame...
Charon! Andreas! Is that really...
They finally realize who it is. They rush to the gate, charging through the ring of cavalrymen. The instant Meryl lays eyes on Charon, she crumples to the ground, her arms wrapped tightly around his head.
No!
The cavalry barely manages to hold formation as the war horses shy back, champing and stamping their feet. They too can smell the stench of death.
Something isn't right. Don't get close, understood? Don't look at him. Meryl, come to me.
She lunges to Meryl's side and drags her back behind cover, blocking her view of Karen. The cavalrymen scatter as wave after wave of nauseating howling washes over them. The guards at the city gate have no choice but to fall back. Entry to Beregrad lies wide open, filled with nothing but the stench of death. Deep breath. Someone needs to take Sharon to an enclosed space.
I suppose I have to give it a try.
Just as she has done countless times before, Marcia draws a deep breath and stills her emotions, paying no heed to what may happen when she finally releases whatever fear she is soon to face. She gives Meryl a gentle pat on the shoulder and steps out from behind the shelter. She walks toward the abyss of death, looking directly at Sharon's fallen body. The fear in her amygdala is severed, just as promised.
It's working. Charon. Oh my.
What lies before her is barely recognizable. It isn't a body. It's a shattered, indescribable shell. It is only by virtue of the blood-soaked ropes that he has managed to maintain any semblance of a human form. With his coverings gone and freed from the constraints of a complete form, death seeps out from beneath Sharon's clothes. The soil beneath him visibly darkens, the air around it swallowed in a heavy fog. Krutov has brought a declaration of death to Beregrad.
Yes, Charon? What is it?
Marcia leans in close in an attempt to catch whatever sound his ruined body is still able to give voice to.
A message from Krutov. He swears to destroy Beregrad unless you hand over Igor.
Seems you've got some iron beneath that calm surface. Not everyone would sleep so soundly in a stranger's house. Honestly, you could have just made yourself at home and stayed the night. When I take out the trash later, I'll be sure to toss you out along with it.
I had a dream.
Oh, spare me the details. I'm sure it was full of enviable warmth and radiance. Just enough to scorch my miserable frozen heart. Whatever you saw or did in that dream, do yourself a favor and let it go. You may not like the reality served on your silver platter. No one does. But you'll have to swallow it. Blame this mess on the Black Robes if you want. Those cowards keep trying to drag the world back to their good old days. And the White Robes preaching the future? No less clowns for their taste in uniforms. Falling off their high horses again and again, brought down by their own arrogance. Who would have thought? The whole universe turned into one circus, starring two troops of fools. Why didn't that blind woman just let the world burn back then? It wouldn't have been worse than these chaotic times. And who asked her to play the martyr anyway? If you're lucky enough to find her, take her home and make sure she stays there, quietly, for everyone's sake.
Alright. Making fun of the Foundation, cheering on Erd. Life and fate. He does not feel pain as the living do, but it has left its mark all the same. He must have endured unimaginable torment.
His bodily structure is too fractious to store his arcane energy. The leakage is worsening his condition.
Sharon's body is held together in an unnatural way. Like a man crushed 1,000 times, his fragments no longer fit as they should.
How could the Manus do such a thing? Why?
He's got nothing to do with any of this.
Meryl stands with her back to Sharon, her shoulders hunched and trembling.
I should have gone with you, Charon.
Karen now lies on a stretcher, silent and contained, like a black wall behind them. Meryl finally saw Karen's arcane skill for the first time, vast and hollow like death itself. Oh.
Meryl. Meryl.
Masha.
She instinctively turns to her, but Marcia grips her shoulders firmly, holding her back in place.
Don't turn around. I think Charon wants to tell you something.
What is it, Charon?
Meryl.
Charon, I'm sorry, it's all my fault.
With a single word, Meryl's words come rushing forward like a river breaking its banks.
You protected me, walked with me all this way, hid me, kept me safe, and after all that, after everything you've done for me, I left you there, all alone. If only I weren't such a weakling. If only I were brave like the others. I could have taken you with me. Saved you for once. But it's all my fault. I'm useless. I should never have left you behind. If it weren't for me, you could have...
The words choke in her throat before they can be spoken.
No, Meryl.
Karen finally finds a chance to piece together his broken speech.
You promised to run away when danger came. Why do you remain here? Go, find a safe place.
No, I can't. I can't run away anymore. I shouldn't. I should never have run in the first place. If I'd just gone back to the squad. If I hadn't asked to go with you, if...
Meryl is too overwhelmed to speak. A pair of hands gently wipes the tears from her face.
Hush, now. How are you supposed to help me fix Charon up if you keep crying like this? Don't forget what we need to do. Charon will be fine. As long as we can restore the vessel of his consciousness, he'll recover. I'm the only one who can look at him right now, and I need a reliable assistant. Only the two of us can help him. Do you understand?
Yes. Right, I understand.
Then take a moment and wipe your tears. It won't be an easy task, but it'll soon be over. Just follow my instructions and give me what I need when I ask for it. Can you do that, Meryl?
A boy steps onto a fallen stone pillar, the wreckage of the warplane in the church behind him. It's been shot down, yet it still seems to posture in defiance, a grim reminder of how fragile this city is. We will not be victims. One by one, people gather around Fyodor Petrovich, quickly forming a tight circle. Save Beregrad, hand over Igor. More and more voices join the chanting. The rest of the residents linger at a distance. Some whisper behind covered mouths. Others lift anxious eyes to the sky, searching for bombs that may yet fall. The chanting crowd clambers over the street barricades, only to be halted by gun barrels before the fortifications of the city defense headquarters.
Stop! Don't go any further.
Stand aside, kid. I need to talk to your commander.
You can tell me. I'll pass it on.
Sergei feels a shove from the side.
Hey, I know this man. Let me talk to him.
The Beregrad militiaman climbs onto the fortification, standing taller.
Fyodor, take your people and turn back. Or are you here just to cause trouble?
Still standing strong with the cavalry, are we, Dima? Don't you know how many have sided with us?
Them? Just little sheep following any dog that barks at them.
Bah.
You war-crazed Duraki. All we have to do is hand over that Igor, and Krutov will leave us be. The choice is obvious.
the Durak. They're bandits. You can't trust a word they say.
And this Igor, who is he? No one here has ever even heard of him. It's no skin of our back to hand him over. You cavalry said you wanted to protect the city. Now is your chance. If Krutov has some personal issue with Igor, then I say they solve it themselves on the step.
You don't know what you're talking about. The drink's pickled your brain. Just look at your nose. You've got no say here anyway. So shut it and go home.
A cacophony of boos erupts from the crowd.
Or you can use your enthusiasm to fight off the bandits and get our market back.
Tell the 1st Battalion's commander to evacuate the citizens trapped outside. Just a few sharp soldiers. Don't worsen the situation. Be careful. No misfires. Fyodor won't dare start a real fight. He'd sooner roll in his wealth than die.
Yes, Commander.
Sternova leaves at the order.
You taught Krutov well, Igor. He has driven a wedge between us. Old-fashioned, but effective. He knows we need both the militia and the citizens to hold Peregrad. One whisper deal and half turn against us.
He will do anything to bring me a humiliating death.
Why? I never warmed to him, true, but I had no inkling his hatred ran so deep.
Igor falls silent, as if fishing his thoughts from the depths of a dark pond.
Like me, there was no turning back for him after San Paulo. He can only continue down the path he has laid. Since the deal with Manus Vindicta, he has resented me. He claims I shot at him for his sacrifice. He also believes our break from the Manus was a grave mistake. He wishes to wrest more power from them, but I never promised him power. I promised him a chance of survival. Still, he calls the boon a sacred thing that will grant him the power of a god. Krutov took my choice as weakness. Now, he is obsessed with proving that his path is the right one. He wants to kill me, to take the boon, to prove his worth to the Manus. We can take advantage of this.
Outside, arguments between the cavalrymen and citizens rise and fall along the street.
One thing is certain. This decisive battle will not be inside the city. We cannot stay here alone. Let us live together, Ivan. We will discuss our strategy on the way to camp.
Farewell letter. My voice is feeling a lot better than yesterday, by the way. We'll see how it continues.
You're saying you devised this plan with Igor?
Sternova stands opposite the commander, the map tabled between them. Agitated, she shifts the markers representing the military forces back and forth. The commander glances up at her. Her words are minimal, but her stance is made clear.
Put the griffin down, Sabina. We're all in the same boat now.
Sternova raises a hand and sweeps the wooden griffin to the edge of the table.
I'm not questioning your orders, but I will state for the record that leaving our back wide open to Igor is too risky. After dark, the cavalry will advance upstream with minimal gear to launch a surprise attack, cutting off Krutov's supply lines. It makes sense. Our riders know the terrain like the back of their hand. This will allow us to capitalize on our superior mobility. But we would be leaving the right bank, the forest, the siege, and even Beregrad exposed.
We're throwing ourselves into the old lion's mouth and praying he won't bite.
You're right, we'd be exposed. But the coalition without trust wins nothing. You've seen Krutov and his army. Neither the cavalry corps nor the militia can meet his air power or artillery. Belgrade would be rubble if not for Igor's anti-air guns.
Her thoughts drift to the poorhouse, its dome half destroyed and a bomb dropped during their withdrawal from Belgrade.
The Griffin Legion is well equipped, but they're thin on numbers and supplies. They will hold cities and forests best. Let them guard the city. Our riders will flank the enemy by night. Both Igor and I agree on this.
But
She knows the commander has reasons, yet the smoke of South America still hangs heavy in her memory, casting an inescapable shadow over this coalition.
I hear your concern, Sabina.
He picks up the wooden griffin and sets it down on the siege.
When the operation begins, Igor will come to our siege. All his communication will be monitored.
how? I doubt our operators can tap his line so effectively.
There will be no such need. On our return from the city, I asked Igor to use only our lines for the operation. He agreed.
Sternova nods hesitantly.
I see. Still, I'll be keeping an eye on him.
Your scrutiny is welcome, Colonel Sternova.
The rebel leader enters the tent, his presence tightening the already frayed nerves of the chief of staff. Under Sternova's piercing gaze, he places a document on the table.
What's this?
All the information I have on Krutov. His background, academic record, military experience, psychological profile, and a registered list of his arcane skills.
The information comes like rain upon a desert. Such clear proof of good faith silences Sternova's worries. She silently agrees to allow the collaboration to continue.
Spasiba. We know little of Krutov. I'll be sure to read this before we begin.
Under the high noon sun, blurred shadows fall across the canvas wall of the tent.
Huh? Who's that gathering outside?
I saw some officers discussing something in camp. It may be them.
Let us hear what they have to say, Sabina.
This is...
Just as Igor predicted, there is a group of officers standing outside the tent. Their hands rest along seams of their trousers, their faces wearing a complicated, cautious expression.
Why are you out here jabbering when you should be making preparations?
The leader of the 5th Regiment takes a small step forward and delivers a textbook salute.
Commander, I am here to make a request of you. On behalf of the men, sir.
Goat? Haha.
I'm listening.
He draws a deep breath. The goatee upon his chin trembles slightly.
As you know, many of our comrades have homes nearby, families. We formally request a half-day's leave to visit them. I swear to you, sir, not a single rider will shirk their duties. We are Cossacks, true, ready to shed blood on the battlefield. We were born soldiers of the steppe, just as our fathers were, and theirs before them. We know that not all of us will live to see the rising of the sun tomorrow. So if we have a chance to see our loved ones...
He clenches his teeth. Facing the commander, the speech he prepared seems to have slipped from his mind. So he simply remains silent. After all, the most important request has already been made. The commander clasps his hands behind his back, his gaze sweeping over the rows of Cossack military caps. The soldiers follow his eyes. No one dares break the silence. Then he waves a hand.
A half day. No more. Go see your families.
A bittersweet cheer erupts from the soldiers. The feeling spreads quickly throughout the camp, the other soldiers soon learning of the commander's answer from the rising fervor.
Anyone who fails to return to the siege before nightfall will be branded a deserter. Do I make myself clear?
The cavalrymen disperse to the tune of, "Yes, sir, and thank you, sir." The commander lets out a long sigh and meets Sternova's eyes.
Will you be paying a visit to Tamarka?
No.
He shakes his head.
There is much to prepare. Come, let us return to it.
The commander sets a pile of blank paper on the table and pushes it towards Sternova.
Pass these papers to any soldier not going home. Tell them to write a letter if they wish.
Sternova's gaze darkens. She glances at the commander, to Igor, and back again. Then, at last, she nods. She gathers the paper, turns, and leaves the makeshift meeting room.
Not the wisest choice. Sending them home just before a major operation. Their families will plead for them to stay.
But they will return. All of them. You share their blood, Igor, you should know this. And the Cossack will do anything to protect their home and family. The embrace of those they fight to protect will only sharpen their resolve.
The commander pours himself and his temporary ally a cup of dark tea spiced with pepper.
Maybe you think you know them, but they know little of you, and even less about what Xena expects of them. They will be sent to other battlefields, away from their homes. Their homesickness will be a liability.
They knew what service meant when they enlisted. Though I cannot say if they are truly ready to leave their homeland behind.
Homeland. Every war is fought on someone's home, yet its name is used to forge the young into unbreakable soldiers. It seems you still understand this. But tell me, Ivan, why don't you go to Tomarovka? The road should still be safe.
Ivan lifts his cup and takes a sip.
Or is it that the dawn of this era is no home to you? Are you afraid to tell your soldiers the truth?
The commander adjusts the collar of his uniform, searching for a way to change the subject.
I don't answer to you anymore, Igor. In fact, you're one of mine now. You should join them.
Join them? What do you mean?
Write a letter to your loved ones.
The unexpected proposal renders Igor silent.
Krutov bears a grudge against you. It is clear. If we fail, he will show you no mercy. So, anyone to bid farewell to? Or is this era truly just a fleeting whim to you?
Igor drinks the hot tea in one gulp. He rises and pulls on his coat.
I will leave you to your work.
After this battle, Igor, I hope never to see you again.
Taking a few sheets of letter paper from the commander's desk, Igor steps out of the tent. The commander remains standing as if waiting for something to arrive. Soon, the radio link to headquarters chirps its alarming tone as expected.
Vice Admiral Barakov, is the timekeeper safe?
Yes. She says our mission in Belgrade is mostly complete.
Good. We'll relay this to the Foundation Committee. With that settled, your orders are to pull the Cavalry Corps from the region, effective immediately.
Immediately? We were given 2 weeks to secure Belgrade. A warlord and his bandits, aided by Manus Vindictae, have been running rampant on the Don. We are working to neutralize this threat before redeployment.
Manus Vindictae's forces are concentrated on the Western Front. Our manpower is already stretched too thin. We can't afford to hold the Don River. Not while there are more important strategic goals. The decision is set. No 2 weeks.
5 days. That's all I ask. We will resolve the threat here and ride to Hungary without delay.
And how do you plan to resolve the threat? With Igor's rebels? Did you really think you could hide your coalition with Igor and his traitors? Irenai only turned a blind eye for the Timekeeper's sake, but the Timekeeper has finished her work, and you are still collaborating with them. Are you prepared to face the committee if they demand an explanation? Vice Admiral Barakov, do you read me? Ivan Ivanovich, you understand what I'm saying, don't you? You'll obey orders or you'll face the consequences, Ivan.
To protect our home and kin. That is why I stand with Igor's rebels. That will be my only answer to the tribunal.
Chapter 14, Night Before the War, and we've got an intermission. First opening, Operation Order Brief, Top Secret. In accordance with Xeno military security protocol, this brief has been encrypted. Operation Frozen Horseshoe, Spear, Light Cavalry Division 0500. Your mission, you are ordered to form a rapid strike team with the Shaska and Shield units, hereby designated Omega. Strike Team Omega will coordinate with Horse Hunter forces and the Old Citizen unit to establish an Omega formation battlefront. Advance upstream along the Golden Bank of the Undercurrent waterway to launch a surprise assault. Your core objective is to restrict enemy deployment space at all costs. Our forces and Horse Hunter forces suffered infiltration attacks in Southern Town. We have confirmed the enemy's new target. Enemy Black Lotus forces are massing on the Golden Bank of the Undercurrent waterway. They are expected to cross in full strength and launch a general offensive against Southern Town. According to reliable intelligence, enemy Black Lotus forces are expected to mass attack within the next 24 hours. However, the exact strength of the troops committed to the Dark Bank of the Undercurrent waterway remains unknown. Execution. Rapidly forward the Undercurrent waterway. Before enemy forces complete assembly, execute a flanking maneuver from the narrow wing. Ambush and eliminate all encountered enemy units. Penetrate enemy rear positions and sever supply lines. All combat units reach the Old Tree Riverside sector and assemble before the autumn harvest. Coordination. Horse Hunter forces and the Old Citizen unit have been integrated into the Southern Town Defense Network and will conduct diversionary tactics from the Dark Bank. Long Tail forces will provide supporting fire and cleanup. Following the extension of the offensive, your unit must immediately engage the enemy and coordinate with friendly forces for encirclement. If you encounter an enemy counterattack, you may request air support. Due to logistical constraints, the Scout Short Sword Camp will assist in securing abandoned horses and equipment recovered during the operations. Maintain status quo until a classified order is received. Okay, guess that's the plan. Sonetto steps outside, looking out over the endless grassland to the sky beyond. The afternoon wind rushes from across the steppe, carrying an unseasonable dryness. It gently rustles through her hair. The weariness from her relentless schedule, the weight of the coming war, and the tension she bears from her responsibilities are, for a brief moment, faintly eased.
Greetings, Miss Sonetta.
Mr. Igor.
Their greeting is awkward, yet it doesn't stop the tough old admiral from leaning against a tree not far away. He gently closes his eyes as if listening for something. How long has he been standing there? Sonetto swallows the question before it reaches her lips.
What are you doing out here?
There is a sound as the wind brushes over the grasslands. I find it eases my mind.
Sonetto focuses in on the same sound. After a moment, she resumes her questions.
You're here for the timekeeper. Is that right?
Is she still resting? What you saw in the Amber Room must have impacted her greatly.
Aware of the old man's special status, Sonetto tightens her grip on the wand hidden behind her back.
I only want to have a word with you. Nothing more. We are on the same side.
Footsteps crunch through the dirt behind them.
For the time being, yes. Until Krutov is defeated.
I owe you an apology, leaving you in the Amber Room for so long. My troops needed their leader when Krutov attacked.
Think nothing of it. I was prepared for the risks. Besides, Sonetto and Marsh were there to help me.
What did you see there, in the room?
An overt question. A fear older than memory floods her vision. After a few deep breaths, reason slowly returns. Erd.
I believe it was Erd. But she seemed unsure of that herself. There were others there trying to convince her of her own identity. She was being put through some kind of disturbing experiment. And for a brief moment, she caught sight of me. She walked towards me, then vanished. I saw other things too, but they were blurry and fragmented.
The video clips. Then they didn't take their devices with them when they evacuated after all.
No. Whatever I saw wasn't footage. I have to enter the Amber Room once more to make sense of what I saw.
Igor falls silent for a moment, then shakes his head.
I advise against it. There are still skirmishes being fought in the city. No one can guarantee the church will stay safe for long. The Cavalry Corps is preparing for a surprise assault tonight. Lieutenant Lilia is in the field trying to locate and destroy the Menace's rights. Your assistant will be your only protection. You are too important, Timekeeper. If your presence in Beargut were exposed, the Menace will throw everything they have into capturing you. I cannot afford to let anything jeopardize our battle plan. You must stay hidden from the enemy until it is safe. Miss Sanetta, I don't question your capability and devotion, but Beargut is a potential battlefield. It's too dangerous.
Good point. I'll be sure to return to the Amber Room, only after you've defeated Krutov.
It will be done soon.
A soldier came to me earlier today. He seemed to think a Foundation member would have a higher chance of surviving the battle, and asked me to deliver a letter to his brother on the Western Front. What about you, Mr. Igor? Did you write anything?
Igor lets out a sigh so faint it almost goes unnoticed. Clearly he is trying to conceal something.
I know someone who would be deeply upset were you to die here. She intends to end your life with her own hands.
Igor rubs his temples and gives a helpless smile.
Lopera. Does the Foundation still keep her?
You could say that. She isn't allowed to return to her position as a soldier yet. Not until Zeno's review is finished.
Igor nods, signaling he wants to hear more.
She's made somewhat of a life for herself at the Foundation. Made friends, and got into some trouble. They've assigned her an instructor to work on her dice game obsession.
Vera. So typical of her.
There's something I'd like to know, too.
Ask away.
Commander Ivan invited me to his home in Tamarovka for a lunch. A lady hosted her. He introduced her as his mother, but something seemed off.
She is indeed Ivan's mother.
Then, did Commander Ivan request shelter for her from the storm?
Yes. A request made not long after their reunion.
Igor folds his arms across his chest, frowning.
Not even the most capable diviners could have predicted the advent of the storm. As you suspected, Ivan's mother, like most at the time, was reversed during the first storm. Sometime after that, Ivan rediscovered her. He told me that he knew it was her from the wrinkles on her face and her tender smile. He was certain that, by some miracle, his mother had survived the storm and returned to him. An improbable scenario, don't you think, Timekeeper?
A familiar coincidence.
One day, I'll uncover the truth about the storm. For everyone's sake. For my mother.
Igor doesn't answer. Instead, he fixes his gaze on the rolling waves of grass. Night falls over the steppe. Amid the chaos of pounding hooves and shouting voices, Sternova lifts the tent flap.
Colonel Sternova, is the Corps prepared to ride out soon?
Yes, our forces are assembled. We're ready to go. As for the Griffins, 3 of their air defense squads have been stationed in Beregrad, while the rest are heading to Basakagoria, the mountain north of the city.
Is Igor marching with his army?
No. Both Igor and Commander Ivan will stay at the command post in the siege. I'm here to check on you at Lieutenant Lilia's request. She said you're good at slipping away and making people worry.
Ha ha ha! Sinetto suppresses a laugh before deftly steering the conversation elsewhere.
3 squads. That's all the city has for air defense?
That and the militia. With our reduced numbers and the danger of street battles, we have to rely on the support of armed citizens.
Outside the tent, the agitation has only continued to build. The commander's orders ring out, half lost in the swelling noise.
Timekeeper, for your own sake, I suggest you leave the Dawn. Or at least make sure you bunker down someplace safe. I'll take my leave of you now. Commander Ivan is about to rally the troops.
I wonder if she goes back in with the protection of Sharon. Beneath the night sky, a hushed yet fervent atmosphere settles in. The soldiers' fighting spirits render them restless.
Think, I get to fight a real war. Boże, my hands won't stop shaking.
Keep your head on straight, you Durak. You'll get yourself killed. There's nothing romantic about war. I've fought alongside many soldiers like you, dreaming of glory, victory, and the praise of our people when we returned home. But I returned alone. The rest died on some god-forsaken battlefield, along with their dreams of glory. I visited their graves before I left. Hope their spirits are with me.
I went home to see my girl.
You didn't promise you were going to marry her after we win the war, did you?
No, I didn't say anything at all. I just looked into those beautiful eyes of hers. She understood the rest. We knew it could be the last time we'd see each other.
All right, that's enough, lover boy. Commander Ivan's about to give his speech.
Attention all troops! Call the roll!
Strong, unified voices rise from the formations, joined by the thunder of horses stamping the ground.
All soldiers have returned to their posts, sir. I knew there were no cowards in the Corps.
I expected nothing less.
Listen, riders! You've seen the ruin Krutov and his bandits have wrought. You've seen those black-hearted cowards burn Cossack homes and kill our kin.
I'm going to cut off that clown's head and hang it in my backyard.
The young voice sparks a burst of laughter. Then fists and shouts of approval are thrown into the air. You've seen them rob and trample our land, our people, and our dignity. You've heard them laugh as they slaughtered our people and our children wept. But today their villainy ends. Why, my brothers and sisters? Because we, the Cavalry Corps, Riders of the Steppe, Children of the Dawn, will stop them in their tracks. We will grind them to dust and ride home victorious, for the Steppe, for the Dawn, for Cossack children yet unborn.
Today, we destroy the enemy and reclaim our home! Get on!
Forward. This land, the great mother of the Cossacks, trembles beneath the vigor of her sons and daughters. At the commander's order, the cavalry formations make their march, the scouts at the front lifting their torches high. The flames of glory burn bright, settling the curtain of history ablaze. Burning madness. Dust between fingers. The militia camp is full of makeshift beds sheltering the many civilians injured in the warlord's raid. The wails of pain echo in every corner. Still. Ha ha ha! Welcome in, Onyx Kitty. My voice is a little bit better. We're going through the second part of our Reverse 1999 story, The Campaign's Tale. You've missed a bit. I think we left off with Vertin going into the Amber Room, and we saw what actually happened. The Amber Room was experiments devoted to restoring souls and bodies of people stretched across different flood timelines back to their original self. Or something like that. And it almost worked when they tried to do the experiment with Dr. Dore's Erd. And somehow, as part of that experiment, she went into Vertin's time here on the step and saw her face to face and said something, understanding that that was Vertin's future, leaving a bunch of mysteries and questions unanswered. So now Igor, yeah, like that was just new. Igor had said that there was a lot of strange stuff going on and that people came out different from when they went in. Apparently that was the reason why. So, up till now, we've had a lot of discussion about Ivan and Igor's collaboration to take back the Steppe, the Don, destroy Krutov. The people of Ivan's army went back home to visit their families. Vertin wants to revisit the Amber Room to find out the real truth with a second visit, but Beregrad is under siege from Krutov. Oh, and Sharon has been returned, but they somehow destroyed his body and his arcane force is acting up and is causing trouble, and they're trying to get him back to normal. You were being eaten by the bathroom. That sounds like a very, very normal Reverse 1999 story. Are you going to be the next character in Reverse 1999, Onyx Kitty? Still, they've managed to set aside one private room. So this is probably about Sharon here. And Meryl has gotten her spirits up after she saw what happened to Sharon. Your leg fell asleep. That is something I can identify with. Meryl rises from the chair for the 33rd time, pacing around the only bed in the room to check on the patient again. The patient no longer oozes death, yet she still can't bring herself to fully look at him. Her gaze drifts aimlessly toward the single basement window, the grain of the wooden chair. A smudge of chocolate at the dark edge of cloth catches her eye. This awakened has an unnaturally low body temperature, so low that even in Beregrad's long autumn, a piece of chocolate wouldn't melt. Yeah, fell asleep on the toilet. Could someone have used fire? Can fire even hurt Sharon? Had her friend been turned over flames like a roast pig? Meryl feels guilty for the association, yet in her franticness, her thoughts keep jumping around. A shiver runs through her, as if her own hand had struck the match to the kindling.
Oh, Charon, you're awake.
She turns her face, quickly wiping away a tear, then hurries to Sharon's side to help him sit up.
How are you feeling? Are you thirsty? Are you in pain? I'll go get the painkillers.
Sharon shakes his head slowly. He has no need for water, and the medicine in the ampule makes no difference to him. Besides, the body beneath his bandages has almost healed.
Oh, right. Marsha cut your cloak when she was patching you up. Here, I found a new one for you. Do you like it?
Meryl is desperate to do something, anything for
It
him.
won't be needed. Meryl, you owe nothing.
The cloth covering the death beneath shifts as if a breeze has just disturbed the air in the sealed room, muffling Sharon's next words.
No, I owe you a lot. What I did was wrong.
Her word no is both a denial of him and herself.
I'm an arcanist trained by the SBDM and the Vigils. I even fought a little in Antarctica. I can fight, I can. But I didn't. We could have escaped together. If I hadn't run away.
A horrifying thought grips her.
I should never have forced you to take me with you in the first place. If I hadn't been so desperate to run off from the 12th, you'd still be tending flowers in the graveyard back in Montpay. Instead of...
Death's call had grown heavy in the east. The path forward was clear, so long as Krutov's atrocities grew unchecked. This was inevitable.
He tries to comfort her, but she is like a cracked cup, no longer able to contain her emotions.
I'll go get Andreas. I'm sure he's missed you a lot.
Perhaps escape is one way to heal wounds. Sharon doesn't stop her. The streets of Beregrad are barricaded with quilts, leftover firewood, and by the people who have refused to leave the city. Women speak in low, anxious voices about what will come of this unusually warm autumn and about family who are now far away.
I'm pretty sure the stable's around here.
Dodgka. Dodgka.
The tender sound of an old voice draws Meryl's attention. She turns to find an elderly lady sitting in the shade beside the road.
Are you talking to me?
Yes, Dodgka. You were in Tamarovka, yes? Sergei said you were the fish he and his friends caught from the river.
If it weren't for them, I probably would have wound up in the stomach of some big fish. Speaking of which, the soldiers have left already, right?
Ah, so you don't know either.
The lady's face falls.
I saw you with those Foundation people. I thought you'd have some news from the inside. Ivan sent his men to bring me to Beregrad. He told me it would be safer there, under the protection of the militia and the Foundation. He promised to take me to Xeno headquarters once he's back.
Ivan?
Yeah, streaking again. Get that combo. Thank you very much, Onyx Kitty.
I am Rodnaya. Though a child doesn't tell his mother everything, I'm sure he has his reasons. I've grown quite used to it, but every time he suggests taking me to headquarters, I feel sad for the friends I made in the village and the red carnations in my little garden. But soon, they'll all vanish.
The old lady's sorrowful words make something inside Meryl give way.
Dodgka.
5 for the price of me, teehee.
Heading into another era.
Meryl nervously clutches the belt at her wrist. She tilts her head, avoiding Miss Galina's watery eyes.
I'm sorry, I don't know what you're talking about.
No. I should apologize, Dodgka. Not you. I shouldn't be saying such things.
The old lady gently takes Meryl's shaking hands in her own.
Oh, I am just an old woman. Sometimes I don't even know what I'm saying myself. Come now. Lift your chin and smile, Dodgka.
Aww.
Do you think there's still meaning in this kind of life? It's like I'm trying to catch something but no matter how hard I try to hold on to it, everything I do, every friendship I
Yeah,
make
it is
will
gorgeous.
just be-
Also, this plane crashed into the top of this tower? And another one maybe right there?
Well,
Miss Galena gives the kind of nod only someone with many years behind them can give, and guides Meryl to sit beside her.
I was in a coffee house in Kreshatik, Kiev, watching the Salyut 6 space station launch. There was a marching band outside rehearsing
Yeah, he's over there just taking a leak.
overture.
His foot fell asleep.
As the piece moved into the exposition, I saw Ivan push aside the drum major and run straight toward me. Boże, he barged into that coffee house so fast that he nearly shattered the door. And the first word from his mouth was Mama.
Miss Galena breaks into a soft laugh.
So, did you believe him? That he was your son?
Her smile grows and deeper lines appear at the corners of her eyes.
Did I believe him? I called the police 3 times. The first time I told them I was being harassed. The second time that he was a scammer.
What about the third time?
The third time I told them Ivan was a lunatic who claimed to be a time traveler and should be committed to a sanitarium. But every time he was quickly bailed out by Zemo or the Foundation. He'd loiter around my building, holding a rusty tin box he claimed held legacy items I left behind. The nerve of that boy. I was still alive and well.
What was in it? Did you see?
Half a homemade cookie and a photo of the 2 of us. A photo so clear that it couldn't possibly have been produced in my time. He spent months following me to all sorts of places around Kiev. One day, outside my building, he told me how I planted red carnations on the windowsill at his childhood home. But none ever bloomed. At the tailor's, he said that whenever a button fell off his clothes, he'd send it home for me to mend. And I would sew 2 buttons with irises on them.
She speaks slowly, the story she tells gradually becoming her own. Her words are filled with wordless emotion.
I didn't share those memories, but over time, I grew attached to them all the same.
Yep.
Now, when I think of them, there's a bittersweet pricking in my bones.
Who'd know that Kiev is under assault both in Reverse 1999 and in real life? She leans down, gathers a handful of dust from the ground, and lets it fall into Meryl's open palm.
You see, Dochka, the wind does blow away the dust.
She helps Meryl spread her fingers.
But focus. Do you feel anything?
I feel it slipping away, leaving me behind as if it's destined to happen.
Yes.
Exactly. You felt it. The excitement as the rockets soared into the sky. The surge of inspiration from the trumpet's cry in the festive overture.
Ukraine could really use the help of Ivan and Igor.
As Ivan spoke to me of his mother, these fleeting moments, I felt them and imprinted them deep into my heart.
So then, the meaning of all this isn't in what we leave behind, but in what we feel as we go through it.
A spark lives for its light and warmth, not for the ashes it will leave behind. Don't you agree?
Meryl is so cute in this story.
What's your name, child?
Meryl. Meryl Van de Vere.
My dear Meryl, every one of us is destined to return to dust. So why not feel as deeply as we can while we have the chance? Feel every one of our memories, bitter and sweet. Savor and cherish each sparkling moment, even if the storm washes you away one day. Because even if you no longer feel them, someone like my Ivan will.
She stands.
Where are you going?
To see what help I can offer. And to create more memories of this time before it's gone.
Meryl watches her disappear behind a barricade. She moves with the strength of someone half her age. Aww! Thanks, Onyx Kitty. She deserves it. And she looks down at the dust still trapped between her fingers. Alright. Bathroom break. Be right back. Alright. Oh no. What did I miss while I was in the toilet? Galena's like a storyteller like me. Oh, that's nice. You two, get along. Don't fall in, teehee. And then the usual emoji party. Who's that one? Pika. Oh, is that Piccolo's? I think so. One of Tail Splash's friends. I rated her once. Discipline and merit, two ends of the same scale. As for where their weights are placed, who can say? A disciplinary decision draft. Disciplinary action for Ivan Ivanovич's Burakov's violation of military regulations draft. Ivan Ivanovich Burakov, holding the rank of Vice Admiral, currently serves as the commander of Xeno Arms Academy Cavalry Corps. He led forces in Operation Abaddon, Operation Baikonur Cosmodrome, and others during the Storm War, earning numerous commendations for distinguished service. Reply: be clear on merits and demerits, list everything. However, following the third storm, Vice Admiral Burakov deserted his post while on active duty and subsequently on multiple occasions without authorization from superior command or consent from the individual brought a human teacher, this Galena, reply redact the name, into Xeno headquarters in Geneva. This conduct raised serious concerns among relevant human authorities, damaged the Cavalry Corps' reputation, and severely undermined peaceful relationships between Arcanus and humans. Reply unnecessary. Regarding Vice Admiral Ivan Ivanovich Burakov's unauthorized conduct in bringing a human into Xeno Arms Academy, following investigation by the Oversight Team and verification by the Military Discipline Department, the Xeno Arms Academy High Command has determined his actions constitute violations of the latest supplementary to the Xeno Arms Academy Military Regulations draft. In light of Vice Admiral Burakov's repeated dereliction of duty and severe disruption of human life, having consecutively received 3 informal warnings and 3 severe warnings, Xeno High Command has decided to impose cumulative penalties, sentence him to suspension without pay for 12 months. Who authorized this? Are you desk officers going to command troops in the field? The Oversight Team will dispatch personnel to supervise Admiral Burakov's division to ensure compliance with the sentence. Reply unnecessary. He follows orders. Haha. What is this, not like this? Yeah. And there's the, that's a raccoon jiggle, huh? Regarding Vice Admiral Burakov's violation of military regulations, all commanders and soldiers are urged to take this as a warning, strengthen their sense of duty, and strictly uphold Xeno military discipline. Xeno Arms Academy Office. Reply, I read it, too much padding, redraft for signature. I'm on the B right. Oh. There. Sorry. You seem to know a thing or two about training horses. Impressive.
Kids these days don't appreciate riding like they used to. Complaining that the stables stink. Ungrateful brats. Forgotten the foundation of Cossack life, if you ask me.
Meryl brushes her companion absent-mindedly.
Oh, it's got nothing to do with me. He's been a good boy since I met him in...
Nah. Andreas lowers his head, breathing warm, wet air against her neck.
Hey, watch it, Andreas.
Meryl scrambles to wipe the damp spot with the back of her hand. The young militiaman laughs. That's why they're not like this. Okay, well, I didn't figure that out, sorry.
Look at him. He's your horse, all right. Shame. Thought I'd get to see him shine on the battlefield.
He pats Andreas on the neck and hands the reins to Meryl.
Well, take him away then, before I change my mind.
Meryl nods, leading Andreas away with a solemn air.
Thanks for taking care of him. I'll come clean up the stable for you once the battle's over.
Sure. For the both alive by then.
Haha. The militiaman waves her off.
Right. See you.
Yes. Break out the popcorn. A black uniform crashes into her field of vision.
You leaving or what? You know I'm serious about taking Andreas too.
The militiaman had only meant it as a joke, but the reins are thrust into his hands regardless.
I'll be back in a minute.
Meryl holds her breath in an attempt to slow her heartbeat. She can't be spotted.
Black uniforms. But how did they manage to sneak past the militia?
One instinct screams at her to run. Another quieter urge pulls her toward the sound. Each step feels like wading through a swamp. Yes. Corny and reversed 1999. We're not in that type of... We had the horror story like a patch or two ago.
This is fine. You're fine. Just a few Manus soldiers. You don't have to follow them. Just go check if there's a breach in the barricades. You'll just slip past. Easy. No need to fight. And if they spot you, just shapeshift your way out of it.
Hey, Onyx Kitty. See this? Shapeshift? It seems like you found your character in reverse 1999. You're Meryl. The ground at the end of the alley is tacky, as if soda had spilled and dried there. Her boots lift with a soft, sticky sound with each step, like a mouse tenderly moving its way through an old glue trap.
What are you doing here?
She spins toward the voice. Her nose collides with something as hard as iron. She scrunches her face.
Yeah. Did anyone ever tell you you're built like a tank, Marsha?
The knight pulls a faded, starch handkerchief from her pocket and presses it to Meryl's bleeding nose.
Hold still. The bleeding will stop soon. The militiaman at the stable said you went this way in a hurry. What's wrong? Shouldn't you be with Charon?
I was going to tell you Charon was awake again, but something's happened. Manus soldiers. They're here. They were gone in a flash, but I saw them go into the alley with my own eyes. That's why I came here. To check if there's something wrong with the fortifications.
You sure it was the Manus, not bandits?
Absolutely. There's no way I'd mistake those uniforms.
This is bad. Good thing you didn't do anything reckless. But what you were doing is more than dangerous enough, don't you think?
Ha ha ha! Meryl just rubs her nose. Marsha pats her head, then scans the narrow alley Meryl pointed out. I'm hoping we get Meryl as a character. She's so adorable.
But the exit has been sealed off. The militia even made sure the windows on the sides were locked tight. It's a dead end.
Crushed moss and lichen lie underfoot, a rarity in the city, but in forgotten corners like this, life will find a way. A scrap of gauze lies in a damp corner.
This blue-black liquid. I think I've seen it seeping from their mask before. And there's blood. Slightly oxidized, but the loss looks heavy. Some of them must be seriously injured. Smells like carbolic acid. Unusual for the Manus to use it on wounds. They prefer natural salves. You can usually only find disinfectants like this in large medical facilities. Wait. They must have been to one recently.
What? But how?
They must have used some trick to get in unnoticed. But there's little point in dwelling on it now. There are 2 big medical facilities in this district. The nearest one, Pokrov Children's Hospital. And the sanatorium, 2 streets down from here. Meryl, I need you to tell the militia and the Griffons to send men to both locations. The Manus soldiers you saw could be hiding there.
turns into a big beetle on my shoulder and giggles, I'm a ladybug. Wow.
Understood. What about you?
I'll go check on the kids at the children's hospital. I have to make sure they're safe.
Hydrate. Alright, alright. Oh, we've got a battle. Last time we did a battle, I wrecked him so hard.
The kids.
Turns into a box turtle. Yeah.
Xiangyu, please lend me your power. Please stay behind me. It is here. Be careful. You won't get away.
Tu peux la jeter maintenant, la charme d'opéra.
My secret revealed. My responsibility.
Wee! Feel my cuteness!
From any available ground forces.
We're under heavy fire up here.
Is that a Terravit? The Knights of my order have suffered heavy losses whenever they've gone against these fiends. I need to disrupt their channeling status, or they'll become even more dangerous.
Got 2 incantations charged up to level 2 next round. And Liang Yue just launched Turtle, so they'll go up to 3. If they even need them. This is about to do some serious damage.
Are there any injuries? Just give me a shout. I'm here to help.
Hallway at the children's hospital. By a shattered window, a nurse shelters a group of children huddled in a corner, their arms in plaster and their heads
Why
bandaged.
won't you let the children go? You've already taken all the medicine. What more do you want from them?
Didn't I already explain this to you, human? I'm bringing the newest generation of Arcanists back to their rightful home.
If it's a hostage you want, take me instead.
She spreads her slender arms behind her, like an umbrella over the children. Her nose is bruised and her lip is split, but her eyes are steady.
You're not worthy of even that, human filth.
The officer lifts his gun and smashes it down on her head in an attempt to force her to her knees. The nurse staggers but stays on her feet.
I won't yield to you, and neither will my children. Soon the riders will come and crush all you invaders.
The officer signals. A masked soldier moves to grab a child.
Don't you dare touch him!
The nurse throws herself forward, knocking the soldier down. She lands blow after blow. Even when her fists are raw and split, even when his mask slips off, she keeps fighting. She doesn't see the pistol aimed at the back of her head. The shot and the children's cries echo as one as she falls to the ground in front of them. Jumps off, turns into a bird, passes you, and turns into a fire-breathing dragon. Haha. That's some real threat right there. You know, we had a fire-breathing dragon, a tiny one, in the last chapter. With Broom. Marsha wipes away the useless sweat and tears from the corners of her eyes, grips her trench club, and presses herself into the shadow of a pillar.
Manus Vindictae. They're really here.
Roar.
No signs of children in other rooms. And the adults are all gone. The Manus must have gathered every child they could find in here.
The soldiers in black spread through the hall, kicking down doors and taking even the smallest of supplies. Only one officer stays, his gun still trained on the group of children as he moves toward Marsha's hiding
They
place.
have been abducting Arcanists from the villages. But to think they'd even lay hands on children. Alright. 10 steps away from me. 5, 4, 3.
Thud. turns into a phoenix. She lands a heavy, blunt strike cleanly into the Manus officer's skull.
Don't worry, little ones. I'm a doctor from another hospital. I'll take you to safety. Just stay close to me and follow my instructions, and we will get through this together, alright?
Maybe it's the smell of disinfectant she carries, or that they're accustomed to following a doctor's instructions. The children trust her quickly.
Alright. Hey, it's gotten a little quiet, don't you think? We should go check on the boss.
The soldiers halt their search, turning their weapons raised toward their fallen officer.
Come, get inside.
Yes, she flies around. Marcia crouches down and guides the frightened children into a small storeroom behind the stairs. She slips in last, swiftly closing the door as footsteps approach.
Will Nastya be okay?
Marcia has no answer to this question. She takes off her cloak and drapes it over the children's heads.
I need you to stay here in this room and be completely quiet no matter what happens. Like a game of hide and seek. Easy. Can you do that?
Turns into Godzilla! Alright, I think that's a bit beyond Meryl's capabilities. She rubs their shoulders through the cloak and slows her breathing to steady her own racing heart. Her arcane skill smooths her frayed nerves, returning her to focus.
Meryl will bring help soon, but there's no telling how many Manus are here. The best course of action is to hold this room.
Are you in there, sir? We better get going before Zeno and the militia find... Huh?
In the shadows, the soldier finds his commander on the floor.
Damn it, those little brats knocked him out. They can't have gotten far. Search the room.
It doesn't take long for them to find the sealed door.
Door's locked. Call everyone over. We'll smash it open and drag those brats to the ritualist.
The door shudders under a heavy blow. The sound of cracking white ashwood splinters among frantic shouts.
Doctor, Shh, keep your voice down. We're playing hide and seek, remember? We can't get caught by the baddies.
But I'm scared. And Nastya.
Hey, have you ever heard any stories about knights?
Well, Papa once told me the story of a legendary Kazakh called Ilya.
My brother brought home a book from Moscow. It had 12 knights in it.
I'm sure both stories are wonderful, but I have a story about knights to share as well, and I bet none of you have ever
Turns
heard
into an
it.
ice dragon. What?
What happens in it?
It's a wonderful story too, but you need to promise me you'll stay in this room, and I'll be back soon to tell you all about it. Deal?
Deal. But where are you going, Miss Doctor? You'll come back soon, won't you?
Of course I will. A promise is a promise. Just be good, every one of you, and wait for me here.
Before the next strike comes, she flings the door open quickly and closes it behind her.
In a secluded monastery, perched atop a high, snowy mountain, lived a group of mysterious knights. Their swords glittered like gleaming silver when they fought across the frozen fields, their helmets and pauldrons coated in dazzling white frost.
Oh, wow.
In winter, the snow fell heavier than ever before, burying every path in the valley beneath a thick, white blanket. Amidst the snow, a little girl had lost her way. She wandered all night seeking help and shelter, but all she found was the endless void around her. At sunrise, having used every last ounce of her strength, she
Blows ice on nearby buildings that is on fire. All we can see is ice, Onyx Kitty. Is this your doing? I knew it.
Just before she froze into a little popsicle, a figure appeared, gleaming even brighter than the pale landscape.
What's this? A girl?
Whistles innocently. Yeah.
Oh, merciful Lord. I thought it only a stray fox. It seems my trip to the valley must be delayed. Come, child. Lean on my back and hold my hands. I shall take you back to the monastery and get something warm.
Onyx Kitty sneezed. Be careful, that might be infectious.
Worry not. I shan't have you die on me.
Wonder if we'll get her as a character. Or maybe one of the other knights here besides Marcia.
Night, the girl survived. To her, the monastery which nursed her back to health seemed like an impregnable fortress that even dragons dared not approach.
Ah! You sneezed out the ice.
After years of training, the little girl grew to become a capable knight, just like her rescuer that winter night. But then, war.
Yes, hence the blizzard.
War found its way to their once secluded fortress, and she, along with her fellow knights, was called to the battlefield, forced to fight.
Yep.
And after taking one life after another,
Them crazy
doubts began
allergies.
to grow in their hearts. They were welcomed to the glamorous halls of the royal palace and praised for their skills, their slaughter. But for these noble knights, those words were not praise. No. They were wounds to their dignity and honor. We were fighters. Yes. We raised banners and wielded swords, but we weren't. We were never meant to kill.
Aww.
I hear someone. And that's Rue. Masha, is that you?
We'll know once we blast this damn door down. 3, 2, 1.
Turns back into a little turtle again.
Masha, you're hurt. And all these kids. Hurry, she needs medical help.
Whew. The manual says nothing about treating traumatic brain injuries in field conditions. Masha, can you hear me? We need to get her to a hospital now. We are in a hospital. You, don't just stand there, take the children to safety. The rest of you, find a doctor. She's lost too much blood. I need some bandages. If I'd come along, then we'd have 2 casualties on our hands. What would Marcia do in this situation? Calm down, Meryl. Think what Marcia would do. Are you done? She's bleeding out. What do you think we do without any bandages? I've got it. We can make a tourniquet with what we have here. Tear these rags into strips first. Yes, like that. Wrap it tightly around the wound. Tie a slip knot. Where's that rubber tube? Secure it. But she's still bleeding. Are you sure we're not killing her? Is that a doctor? The doctor's here. She's saved. Morphine. That was me. I gave her 1 shot, or maybe 2. What? I shouldn't have. That's how we do it on the battlefield. Haha, it turns into a little fox cub. Alright. Sounds like asking for the head pats. Aww. Please, quiet down for a moment. Masha, you're awake. You're alive. Maybe not for long. Doctor, the critical wound is in the upper left abdomen, about 1/3 up. Roughly half a finger deep. Gunshot wound. Please stop the bleeding there first. And use anesthesia during surgery. Pay special attention to suture tension in the tendons and protect the nerve endings. I still need to return to the front. Wow. And the channel is on the other end, because in the empty air, there's nothing else. A telegram to Cavalry Corps headquarters. Enemy nighttime infiltration and assault. Rolls up against me. So cute. Subject. Enemy nighttime infiltration and assault. Beginning at dawn today, enemy forces infiltrated our southwestern defensive perimeter through unknown routes, intending to sabotage rear medical infrastructure. Our forces, with support from the Griffin Legion, successfully contained and repelled the infiltrators. Operational results and loss assessment. Southern District. The Southern District Medical Supply Warehouse was breached. 25 crates of medical supplies, including morphine and bandages, were confirmed lost. The 7th Block Militia Company defending the facility, suffered heavy casualties. 59 KIA. The facility is non-operational. Eastern part of the Western District. Our counterattack succeeded. With support from Cavalry Corps medical personnel, Polcroft Children's Hospital was secured. The following supplies were recovered from enemy forces. Little kid yawns unhappily. Aww. Children's special instruments and medications, 33 crates. Children's clothing and bedding, winter, 4 crates. Medical equipment, 3 crates of incubators, 10 crates of steam inhalers and other devices. During defensive and counteroffensive operations, the 3rd Street Militia Company sustained 23 KIA. Hospital medical staff sustained 10 KIA, and the Foundation medical personnel sustained 1 WIA critical. Southern part of the Western District. Enemy assault repelled by Igor's Griffin Legion and main militia forces. The sanitarium remains intact. Medical assets and wounded successfully secured. Detailed inventory of recovered supplies is undergoing final verification. Will be submitted with a supplementary report. City defense elevated to maximum alert. All critical facilities have received reinforcements to security. Militia forces urgently require resupply of lost medical materials, particularly analgesics and bandages. We respectfully request that Cavalry Corps Command provide material assistance and facilitate logistical report. Signed. The Cavalry. Alright, we're getting into it.
The enemy's turned tail. Let's ride them down, Sergei.
From horseback, the rider has a clear view. Upstream to the northeast, a few black figures are fleeing.
They're running? Are you sure?
Sergei pushes through the grass and stands on his tiptoes, straining to see where his comrade is pointing.
Of course I am. The moment those cowards saw us coming, they scattered like scared little rabbits. Left their heavy guns and supplies right where they stood. Wait, where the hell's your horse gone?
Sergei flushes red.
I'm not sure. All I know is something flew right at my forehead, and before I could think, I'd swung my shaushka at it.
Hug Snackle Fox!
I don't even know what I hit. Next thing I knew, I was on the ground.
That's one way to end your first charge, Sergei. And to think you are whining about not getting to charge in first. Well, looks like you'll be waiting a while longer.
Hey, wait! Take me up on your horse. I'm not missing out on our victory.
He presses his way through the tall grass, finding his friend's horse.
Stop right there, all of you.
A rider on a tall horse cuts off the chase. The old Cossack sits straight, his goatee trembling as he speaks.
Sasha, Sergei, all of you, stop your pursuit.
But they're on foot. We can still catch them if we go now.
This
It's a trap.
order comes from the commander himself. So do as I say, or I will haul your disobedient asses straight to his feet.
Fine, fine. But why? You fought all kinds of battles, Yuri. What do you think?
The main force probably hasn't caught up with us. We would be exposed to a counterattack if we move too far ahead.
But what about the stuff they left behind? Are we just going to ignore it?
For now. It is not like the Ravens will swoop down and snatch them up.
Then shouldn't we just grab their weapons first and then wait?
We have been fighting for hours. Head back to camp. Catch a breath and a bite to eat while you can. For you and your horse. They will rotate another unit in later. after the scouts confirm whether the front is secure. Let them have the bother of retrieving the enemy's supplies.
What? But we found them first.
And you think that means they belong to you, huh? Are you a Cossack or a bandit?
Sergei freezes.
I'm no bandit.
Then stop thinking like one. Leave the supplies for now. We must return to camp.
But my horse is gone. I need to find him first.
Stop your whining now, Sinok. I spied your horse wandering off toward camp.
What? He ran back without me?
The men and horses rest. They sit and lean against one another, looking weary.
Here, drink this, or use it to clean your wounds.
The old Cossack moves among the riders with several canteens in hand. He makes his way to a grassy slope.
Hey, watch your step, Dada Yuri. You nearly stepped on my foot.
Sergei rolls over on the ground. The old man offers him a canteen.
Here's your Sinok. Cleaned it 3 times myself. Drink up and be grateful.
Sergei reaches for it and winces.
I didn't feel anything after I fell off my horse, but now...
The old cavalryman's goatee twitches. He takes a seat on the grass beside Sergei.
Your first taste of battle. How does it settle with you?
His voice is gentle now, not as sharp or scolding as it was on the battlefield.
Well, it's not what I imagined.
Having seen war for the first time, Sergei's naive excitement has faded.
Everything's different when it's real. Couldn't hold my gun steady. Just fired at everything that moved until my ammo was spent. I'm not even sure I hit anything.
And your Shashka, Sergei?
Yeah, I got a few with it. I thought it would be simple, like cutting a knife through bacon. But I could still feel it. How the blade shook when I struck their ribs. The sound as I pulled it out of their chests.
Amid the snores of his countrymen, Sergei keeps his voice low.
I think I'm going to hell after I die, Dada Yuri.
The old Cossack tosses the nearly empty canteen into Sergei's lap.
Boy, what did you do that for? I'm drenched.
To rinse your thoughts. You are a Khaldun, remember? You were not allowed into their so-called heaven in the first place. What would heaven look like to you, anyway?
It'd be a place where Balik hangs and rows from the beams, and the air thick with the smell of Tyotushka's chicken and mushroom pies. Every night the beautiful Madame Astacheva would sing. My friends and I used to sneak down to the village square just to catch a glimpse of her.
Astakova!
And our horses would roam free on a lush green steppe. And the river would run through its heart. A river that never floods and never runs dry. Oh, isn't that...
Shapeshifts into a ghost that looks like Snacklefox! What is this, some reverse 1999 nonsense? Oh no! He suddenly recognizes what Heaven he's describing.
The Dawn Steppe. Our eternal homeland. Where we were born, and where we will always belong. So sharpen your Shashka and ready your rifle, faithful guardian of heaven. Only we will, only we can protect it.
A firm clap on the shoulder brings him back from his thoughts.
Go for a walk. Practice your aim. And be sure to refill everyone's canteens on your way back.
Oh, okay.
By the way, Onyx Kitty, are you familiar with Shantae at all? Like the old Wade Forward games? Half Genie Hero? She has a shape-shifting ability too, where she turns into animals when she dances.
How can I become a sharpshooter like Dada Yuri?
She's dressed like a genie, so like, very sexy. Sergei lifts his rifle and tilts his head to aim. A moment later, he lowers it, frustrated.
Something's wrong with my stance. If I hold a gun like this, the horse will throw me off again. How does the Colonel do it? She won the Xeno horseback shooting contest 3 times in a row.
He tries again and closes one eye, picturing himself a star on the step.
Сядь прямо, Сергей. Расслабь ягодицы. Держи равновесие. Yeah, that's it. I think I've got it now.
A few ants crawl across his sights. He rubs his eyes. They're not ants, they're people.
Черт! It's Krutov's men! Enemies! Enemies at all!
Or does she? Yes, she does that too. Sergei's tongue sticks fast in his mouth.
Look what we found. A cartoon. Those arrogant Xeno fools. How could they assign a gifted arcanist like you to such trivial chores? And so young. Can you even use that thing properly?
Sergei answers the ritualist taunt with action. Without aiming, he swings his rifle toward the night sky and fires. The resting cavalrymen jump to their feet, their whistles cutting through the darkness as they press their thumbs to their and forefingers to their lips.
Curse you, children of the great mother of resurrection. Show your devotion to her grand vision and the imminent, brilliant blank era.
So yeah, she does a lot of hair whip stuff too. Depends on the game.
It's an honor to meet you.
And she has a cute belly dance.
I can hear it.
Please stay behind me.
Dérive dans le flot des séphirotes.
Mon officier n'est pas un capitaine.
Awake.
You won't get away.
Whew.
Fate has revealed itself to you.
There's strength in restraint.
Yeah.
Quiet.
I have some of the Shantae games. They're pretty cute. They're platformers like a lot of the stuff I play.
A glimpse beneath the veil. Comme la soleil. It is here.
强梁既出，王有不为。
She summons Kiang.
There's strength in restraint.
Ooh.
Cet entour révèle les séphirotes.
We got him.
The curtain.
Turns into a 3-headed wolf. Scary Onyx Kitty. Very scary. Gunsmoke filter at every 5 verse. The maximum relay distance for cavalry field radios. The steppe is torn by gunfire and the cries of men and horses.
Thought you'd outflank me from the left bank and cut off my supply line? Ivan Ivanovich, I almost thought better of you. Even in this era, cavalry have outlived their use.
Not far off, a Manus ritualist counts the night's catch, murmuring steadily to herself.
11, 12, 13 arcanas in total. But the unit we sent into the city has gone silent. Already dead.
Intimidate? The ritualist seems pleased. She nods and curls a finger. An invisible chain seems to clamp around his neck. Sergei and 12 other captive arcanists are wrenched forward. a deep cold starts to creep up Sergei's legs. He looks down. The earth is frozen hard from a chill conjured from thin air. It has glued his boots in place.
What's the meaning of this, Krutov?
Krutov straightens his cuff, looking annoyed.
You sent Manus soldiers into Beregrad without my consent. This is far from the cooperation I was expecting.
To be absolutely clear, General, Manus Vindicte's soldiers are not under your command. You insisted on diverting your main force to attack Igor, seriously disrupting our efforts in the region. Do you call that cooperation? Those atrocious flying witches are flitting around, destroying our rights as we speak. And I won't even speak of the Arcanus we could have recruited if it weren't for the battles you sparked.
Soon, my army will reach the cavalry corps' siege. Igor will be forced out of his hole, his pathetic life will end, and his so-called legion will crumble. As for the rest of them, they're beneath concern. The Dawn will soon be under my control. After that, you can do whatever you want here. Of course, our victory could be brought about even sooner with that gateway. Just open it and teleport my men directly into this siege.
It cannot be done until you pass the mask trial and earn the right to enter it.
Ah, these masks. A convenient excuse to undermine me. If you refuse to scratch my back, don't expect me to scratch yours. My army will achieve victory. With or without your cheap tricks.
Pray, do as you please, General. Now, would you allow me to return these Arcanus to her embrace?
Krutov sniffs and waves a hand. The frozen ground beholding the prisoners begins to thaw.
Deal with the injured humans while you're at it. They're no use to me.
My pleasure.
Yes, destroy them. The ritualist pulls a body of smelling salts from her sleeve.
Blow till thou rust thy wind.
Bitter powder scatters on the wind, swirling and twisting among the captives. Blood boils in their veins, their eyes, hearts, and minds turning into a strange rhythm. Sergei's thoughts have never been so clear. A wild excitement grabs him by the neck, willing him to turn towards his captured commander. The ritualist's arcane skill strangles the scream in Sergei's throat. His face contorts, his eyes bulging red as if possessed by some beast. In the red haze, his friends, his family, even his heaven have all fallen away. Blue fire is coming out from the ground. No advancement in biotechnology shall come at the cost of researcher safety. This has been blacked out for reference. Picrasma tree extract and its preparation method. Technical field. This project concerns the Picrasma tree extract picrasmine and its preparation method. Picrasma is a deciduous medicinal tree found in both wild and cultivated settings. Its roots and fruits possess medicinal value, with the active scorching only the enemy. Nice clarifying that. Its roots and fruits possess medicinal value, with the primary active extract being a fat-soluble resin. The primary pharmacological agent in Picrasma is picrasmine, which activates cell populations throughout Arcanus brains and bodies and has shown no observed dependency effects. The Laplace Scientific Computing Center Medical Technology Division as included in the pharmacopoeia. Experimental findings indicate that standardized Picrasma extract, picrasmine, exhibits toxicity to tissue cells in both the brain and body of individuals with less than 1/4 arcane lineage. This toxic response may correlate with specific metabolic dysfunctions in such populations. Why are you attacking their underpants? I guess because they're liars. Single high-dose administration or prolonged intake of picrazamine carries a significant risk of severe cardiac failure. Consequently, this project's findings might not be applied to general potion development and are strictly prohibited for use in pharmaceuticals intended for humans or mixed-blood humans. Technical content. To achieve the project's technical objectives, primary extraction procedures are outlined below. A process flow diagram is attached. Material sorting, washing, drying, grinding, primary purification, filtration, concentration, drying and grinding, secondary purification, concentration, and pulverization of secondary extract. The attached diagram illustrates the process flow for this project. Diagram. Case examples. Notice. The preparation method and procedures outlined in this project must strictly comply with the regulations issued by the PAC Security Council and must not be applied to pharmaceutical development for humans or mixed-blood humans. Alright. Picrazma is the stuff that Arcanus used to extend their abilities if they've exhausted themselves. It showed up as a story element in Big Place during the previous Halloween event, horror event, with the hotel and the, like, Highway 66 or whatever. And Argus was downing Picrazma candy like candy. It was ridiculous until it completely debilitated her, or inhabilitated her, and she was struggling. Because she could use her eye ability to detect things in the truth. The flight unit makes a slow descent as they circle above the plains. Their temporary captain remains lost in silent thought.
Nothing at the coordinates Igor sent us. Do you think he lied to us, Lieutenant?
Those in the air sense the changes in weather before the creatures of the earth do. A sharp wind sends a shiver through their ranks.
The weather's gotten colder every time we destroy the ride. I don't see why it could only trick us with the last sight.
Then what's going on? You can't move rights around, can you?
Beats me. How's everyone holding up? If it's too cold, we can fly low until we get on some extra layer.
They'd been waiting for those words. The white-clad witches immediately lower their altitude. Her mouth falls open, her eyes wide as blood gushes from the hole blasted in her neck. Her aircraft spirals out of control, fleeing its lifeless pilot from its back. Alpha 2. Lilia plunges into a near vertical dive, catching the fallen witch before she hits the ground.
Alpha 1 and 3, break formation and stay low. Flush out the shooter. Get a grip. The rest of you. Alpha 4, 5, and 6, pull up and stay out of range of those rats on the ground.
Lieutenant!
Alpha 4 circles low, igniting the dry riverside reeds and revealing the black-clad forces hidden among them.
The menace are gaining on us.
Lilia crouches and slightly closes her wingmate's eyes. She grabs Red 38 and stands, the fire of the burning reeds blazing in her eyes.
Good. They can watch as I tear them apart piece by piece.
Another fight.
It's an honor to meet you.
I'm a hedge witch. Witchels fall under Arcanus. Yes, they do.
Please stay behind, Xiangya. Please lend me your power. I can hear it.
Come, Master Lily, this time.
Be careful.
The ripple stirred.
I'm no stranger to pain. A sacred charge. There's strength in restraint.
So fear me. Wahahaha. You gonna get a gas-powered broom and fly around like Lilia? Alright, let's take this thing out. Fire. Reveals her purple outfit. Like, one of the Blue Manus Vindicte ones? You're not part of the enemy, are you? Or is this more like, is this purple like, Vivian from ZZZ? Vivian's kind of a witch. She wipes the blood from her cheek. Warm and red from a pilot who had just moments ago been scratching her head in bewilderment. A whole life lost just like that. The flying witches descend, landing nearby.
Lieutenant.
A faint light returns to her dull, weary eyes.
Take her to Beregrad along with Alpha 5. We'll bring her home once the battle's over.
Pretty purple. Okay.
The
I
rest
mean...
of us will keep looking for the last rite. Mission's clear. The Manus must be stopped. I want everyone watching for threats from the ground at all times. We can't let this happen again.
She watches as the team forms up and rises again.
Сука ебать.
Only when they disappear into the clouds does she let out a deep sigh, her back sinking as she buries her face in her hands.
Hey, Capitan.
Are you alright, Lilia? Sonetta and I have been trying to contact you for the past hour.
Sorry. Manus rats kept me busy. About 42 miles southeast of Beregrad, my squadron was ambushed by the Manus. Alpha 2 didn't
Yeah,
make it.
dark black and dark purple and black and a blue. The blue blood, remember.
My condolences.
A heavy grief and anxiety hangs between them. The silence only deepened by the moaning wind outside.
We've got some bad news of our own. Around midnight, the command post lost contact with the frontline cavalry. We haven't heard anything from Beregrad either.
Scouts reported flares upriver. There may yet be survivors. A flight unit's eyes would tell us for certain.
I'm on it. What about the city?
Igor stands up from the sand table.
My soldiers are responsible for the city's defense. I will go there myself to assess the situation.
You promised to stay in the Sich, Igor.
A promise I intended to keep. But as you can see, we are struggling on multiple fronts, and our enemy remains hidden. We all know this coalition's collapse is imminent. We must act.
Yep. Blue blood are often indicated as aliens. Key plot point of one of my favorite anime, Razaphone.
I'll lend you a horse.
Appreciate it, but I will need more than that.
What is it?
This.
Igor reveals the arcanum suppressing runes on his arm.
Always offering a devil's bargain. Another clause in that twisted code of yours?
The static from the communicator fades, leaving the tent in dreadful
Not
silence.
thinking of playing with your fireflies again, are you? Beregrad is unlike that battlefield. Tens of thousands have stayed in the city. Raining fire from above will do us no good.
Yeah.
No.
He looks down at the jar in his hand. The fireflies inside flicker and flutter.
I will take action only at the right time and place. Our goals remain the same, to win this battle for everyone.
My horse, Sternova.
Commander.
She silences herself, furrows her brow, and leaves. The commander turns to Igor with a wry smile and taps the table with his knuckle. Igor places his arm on the spot. With a drawn dagger, Ivan pricks the rune-inscribed skin. The blade glows with arcane energy, flickering like a candle in a draft.
That horse has carried me for years.
Blood wells up, flowing over taut muscle, but the hand holding the knife feels no pity.
Steady, brave, a loyal companion. Give the command and he will charge into hell.
The cold steel warms with blood as the gentle neighing of war horses reaches their ears.
But he's not used to the water beyond the steppe. Make sure you bring him home.
There might be a transformation when they force you to go through the mask trial. The details about the Manus Vindictae are left mysterious. Casualty report. They all know this aged face. He is the one who brought the gunfire and the one who now guards them. The militia allows Igor to pass, even guiding him to where the Griffins are now quartered.
I'm glad to see you still remember Xeno's teachings, Ptolemy. When facing a bombardment, we move all vulnerable units under...
Silence, a row of bodies underneath white sheets. On each pair of eyes rest 2 sugar cubes pressing their lids shut. Ptolemy sits behind them, shrouded in a dark shadow.
How did they die?
His son stares at the ground, unwilling to show his face. Only his trembling hands betray his emotion.
Here's a written report for your review, Admiral.
Igor does not take the bloodied papers.
I will hear it from him. Raise your head, Ptolemy. Tell me your course of action as the commander of the city operation.
He speaks calmly, but it sends a chill through the room.
Around 1600 hours yesterday, we coordinated with the militia and cavalry corps to eliminate several Manus infantry squads that had infiltrated the city.
You already reported that during our last communication, and after the signal was jammed?
I dispatched an ad hoc squad to investigate the source of the signal interference. 5 Arcanist infantry troopers and 2 technicians. Yaroslav Levchuk was the squad leader.
What else did you order them to do?
His father had torn away the veil. While shame burns Ptolemy's face, fear freezes his words.
I ordered them to sneak into the forest, to find traces of Krutov at any cost. And then 6 corpses were delivered to the entrance of our base.
You allowed yourself to be blinded with hatred, Ptolemy. How can I entrust you with the Griffin Legion if you can't maintain a steady hand?
I know, Father. I made a grave mistake. I will accept whatever punishment you see fit.
He pauses, the ache in his left eye socket betraying a resentment rarely shown in front of his father.
But Krutov... I saw him! He was right there, hiding in the woods. I was so close I could see that arrogant sneer of his. Hear the incessant classical music playing from his tent. You know what he did to me. To us. Every time I hear that wretched name, my eye aches with unbearable pain.
A strange ceiling, a sharp throbbing pain. Half the world has gone dark. You think you also have a secret gift you haven't used in a while. Perhaps.
Medic! Medic! I need morphine.
They just gave you some, Ptolemy.
Oh dear! What happened? Did our convoy hit a booby trap?
No, not a booby trap. Enemies disguised as civilians were lurking by the farms you passed through. No one expected them to be hiding explosive blaze fuse cylinders beneath their clothes.
Ouch.
Right. I remember. My eye. When will it be healed?
The retina in your left eye took a severe burn in the explosion. I'll see to it that you recover as much as possible. For now, just rest.
He understands what this means. He'll have to learn fire from his other shoulder. He'll have to learn to fire from his other shoulder.
Captain Krutov, all right. We were in the same car.
He only suffered a mild concussion, thanks to you. I doubt he would have survived if you hadn't pushed him off in time. You should sleep, brother. I'll ask the medic to increase your dosage.
Ptolemy grips her arm tightly.
Did we win?
Of course. Father's strategy was effective as always. We destroyed the enemy command post.
You can reveal secrets by touching it or even smelling it. Kind of like Argus I mentioned earlier. You were here for that, weren't you? The story over a year ago where they were in the hotel with the weird maid and the hotel came alive.
You need to rest too, Molly. And don't send for the medic. I don't need morphine anymore. As we left Antarctica, I saw the documents those traitors tried to steal from your bag. I learned what Krutov did. Staging an assassination on himself, making it look like an enemy ambush. Just to pressure the Foundation into approving the use of high-risk arcane weapons. Killing me was part of his plan all along. I only survived because the assassin hesitated when I tried to save him. Father, why did you keep this from me?
Anger would only cloud your judgment, as proved with your actions. You will have your revenge, an eye for an eye, I promise you. But now, you must bear responsibility for your mistakes and honor the sacrifice of your brothers.
Ah.
They gave up past glory, identity, and every proof of their existence for us, entrusting the future into my hands. Do you not remember what I told you after leaving San Paulo? No more meaningless sacrifices. We don't leave anyone behind. You speak with my voice. You should remember this more than anyone.
I will, Father.
Ptolemy touches the bandage over his burning eye socket and nods, willing himself to remain steady.
What's that noise? I thought communications were severed after Krutov's assault.
We managed to re-establish a signal. It's been up nearly half an hour, but the only thing it's picked up is some bizarre enemy frequency. The operators think it's some form of interference intended to jam our signals, so they've muted it.
You mean this noise is a signal from Krutov's army, from Manus Vindicta?
Well, in theory, yes.
Bring it up and unmute it. Now.
Yes, sir.
He cuts all the jamming signals at once and turns the volume up to maximum. The enemy radio station crackles to life. Faint gunfire sounds in the background.
Falcon 6 calling the nest. Falcon 6 calling the nest. This is the 45th call. Please respond. Huh? What? Is it connected? Command, do you copy?
We read you loud and clear. This is your commander. Report your status.
Okay, you did this back when you lived in Missouri with your older brother. Did he communicate with the enemy? The last defense.
Good to hear your voice, Admiral.
Is that... Levchuk? You're still alive?
This is urgent. Enemy forces are marching toward the southern bank. Their armored convoy has already reached Damarovka. There are at least 2 armored divisions and 1 infantry division, plus 3 3 artillery regiments.
Roger. Good work.
The man on the other end collapses to the floor with relief. The gunfire in the background sharpens. Igor hopes it's just his mind playing tricks on him.
Report your position, Staff Sergeant. A squad will be sent to your rescue immediately.
A long silence follows, then a soft laugh. The gunfire grows closer, unmistakably so. Bullets seem to be tearing right past the receiver.
Have you secured your retreat?
Commander, I, Staff Sergeant Yaroslav Levchuk, have successfully completed my task.
Ptolemy pushes his way to the speaker.
What are you saying? God damn it! Don't you die on me! I'm coming to bring you back right now!
Stop causing trouble for the Admiral. You hear, Ptolemy?
Artillery begins to drown out the staff sergeant's voice.
It's a true honor serving under you, sir. I have no regrets.
Beep, beep, beep. As the gunfire swells, the signal is cut off, along with the heavy breathing of their comrade.
Reorganize the troops, Ptolemy. All units save the anti-air squads are to evacuate from Belgrade.
Evacuate Belgrade? To where? The safe house?
No, to the cavalry corps siege. We will make Krutov return everything he stole from us.
The Griffins bring the worst news. The commander swallows his grief and feeds the casualty list to the Coles. In the solemn silence of the sitch, he has already made his decision.
The Morovka is the keystone of Krutov's plan. If it falls, Belgrade will face a formidable Arcanist force with armored vehicles. If only we had cut off their supply lines.
The Legion can launch a raid from inside the Morovka. They won't see it coming.
Even if your griffins could strike the enemy undetected.
The chief of staff paces the length of the sand table for the third time. Your oldest brother is from your mom's side. Okay.
They won't hold long if Krutov keeps getting supplies and reinforcements. We have to cut them off. But how?
I saw plenty of soldiers standing out by their horses. Couldn't they?
They're only kids. Sonova slams her hands on the table, scattering the markers.
Overgrown men rolled out in the first sortie. Most of them lied about their age. Just trying to get a good meal. Their hands haven't even been toughened by the rains yet. They're boys, not soldiers.
Sabina.
The commander pats her back and ushers her out of the tent. The boys stand in their oversized uniforms, rifle straps digging into their thin shoulders, Shaska scabbards dragging against their soft legs. Ouch. That's rough. They stand quietly, their throats working under tight collars. Their silence suppresses her anger.
Do you understand what you're facing? In all likelihood, you'll die in the battlefield. You'll never see home again.
Don't take me for a kid, ma'am. I'm a Cossack, like my brother, sister, and
Yeah,
my
I know what
parents
you
before
mean.
me.
Ura! The blood of the Cossacks, of heroes, runs through me.
We may be young, but our blood is strong. No Cossack fears the battlefield. If it means losing a hand, a leg, or even our lives, we'll do anything, make any sacrifice to protect our homeland.
Those familiar words strike her deep.
See, Igor? These soldiers will drive those masked lunatics from the steppe. Her future rests with the young. We old-timers have no right to shake this era.
The commander, eyes red, looks over those thin shadows.
Hail me, great riders of this steppe! Will victory be ours today?
Победа будет за нами!
Victory will be ours.
Мы выгоним этих безумцев.
We will drive these madmen from our home. Unbroken voices rise like the flow of dawn and spring, crashing into every corner of the sitch. The commander looks back, meeting the heavy gaze of the rebel leader.
Igor, this is our last chance.
His hands are noticeably quivering, but no one blames him for it. His reason is that you have never been to jail. You have a clean. Ouch. We're getting close. Chief of Staff has never looked this troubled. She even forgot to remove her spurs when she entered the room. Salute. Have fallen soldiers been given proper burials? Yes. Each company held funerals with family farewells and rifle salutes as you instructed. Nothing grand, but they can rest in peace now. And those little following the veterans around for bread, how did you handle them? Were they all sent away? I need to report on a more difficult matter, Commander. During our screening, we found that if we gather all the child soldiers, they could form 3 cavalry companies. Our old soldiers protected them well. Emery died taking bullets for the kids in his squad, a heroic death. I know Emery. He was the quartermaster in Murray's company, wasn't he? I pinned medals on him 3 times. Little talking dogs. Yeah, down here. Captain Murray also fell in the last battle. Commander, should we discourage all the underage soldiers? If we send them home, they might live longer. For them, and for all the Emerys in our army, that may be the best choice. Or with the golden famine here, does anyone have a home to return to? You're right. Many folks along the Don have already. Where are the children Emery protected? I'd like to speak with them. They're all rallying other new recruits to petition to stay. They say they want to stay in the cavalry, to avenge the veterans. Very well. Let them stay. All these little pox. If they want to help the cavalry, transfer them to logistics. They can care for the war horses. Thank you, Commander. Understood. I'll ensure strict supervision. As for revenge, as long as these old horses are still around, the foals can stay out of it. The Admiral and his men. Heavy armor rolls into Tamarovka through the river shallows. Treads grind the village's stone road to dust. The heat from the machine scorches the old willows by the bridge, the following rush of wind peeling the ash from them. Sergei and the other captive Arcanists are being marched to the village by the Manus ritualists. Those who fought now feed the frozen earth. Silence and obedience reign.
What are you looking around for?
As the guns rumble past, an older captive hisses at Sergei. Despite the ritualist branding of her whip close behind, Sergei strains to look as they pass near his old uncle's house. I'm from this village.
I'm sorry. Hey, don't say things like that. I'm sure most of the villagers fled to the city before all this happened.
Crack. She lashes at Sergei's back, tearing flesh. Blood runs down the grooves of the whip, coating the inscriptions with a shimmering scarlet glaze.
Keep quiet.
Yeah, turn into a little kitten. You need it. The pain renders him silent. The blood-stained runes sever his link to Numa, sending his arcane mind crash into the ground and intensifying the pain. The older arcanist supports him. They bend low together, another silent pocket in the procession. Krutov steps out from an armored car, a heavy frown on his face.
I need hands to clear this sludge from the riverbank, or it'll slow our advance. Put some of these captured Arcanists to work. Understand?
It would be my pleasure, General, but I'm afraid they'll be of little use. Per your previous command, I have yet to put them through her benevolence's trial.
She glides her thumb over the whip's ridges, the coagulating blood smearing over the grain. She touches the inscription slowly, reverently, as if to confirm the channeling of some sacred affliction.
And to avoid complications, I've prayed for her blessing, to ensure their Numa remains completely dormant.
Then where on earth are you taking them?
Oh, just a small trip to the wilderness to harvest some hawthorn twigs, red carnations, holly leaves, and, if possible, a few devil's finger mushrooms. If you need to hasten the march, I could provide you a shortcut by freezing part of the river.
You know such a skill?
It's no great feat, really, but it comes at a small price. The soil we stand on will be utterly infertile for 3 years, so do you wish to drain the life from this place?
As if I give a damn about some pitiful village.
Krutov lifts his chin to signal the ritualist to act.
We've already eliminated most of the Xeno cavalry, but their remnants will likely attempt to regroup and make another attack. We must take the battle to them before they get the chance.
Gently gives you a cheeky gentle kiss. Mio. Thank you!
Let the river freeze, and we will carve it as Igor's tomb.
She smiles a yes. As the whip is cracked, the air tears with a shriek. A flight of pointed hats splits the clouds above, their trails streaming like banners.
It's Krutov! I spotted the bastard!
Lilia dips her broomstick and the formation tightens into a sharp arrow behind her.
Me, Alpha Team! Target confirmed at 3 o'clock from the dead
Yep,
at the
dark magic.
weapons hot!
The flying witches lower their goggles and dive like white shooting stars over the battlefield. Raven 3, Plowder Drake, Phlogiston incendiaries rain down on the Manus forces. After a brief flames pour from the fire dragons, crawling into the armored cars through their observation ports. The black cage is engulfed in seconds. The glow illuminates the bloodied faces of the captives. After a stunned moment, they break for the open land like wolves fleeing a burning forest.
Captives are getting away.
Yeah, those are dark ingredients. An officer fires at their backs, the whip gash is illuminated by the flames as they make their desperate bid for freedom. Some fall, while others stumble onto the outskirts of the village.
Don't waste your bullets.
Krutov raises a hand, stopping the masked officer. He looks up at the white specks fading into the clouds.
There are only a few of these flying pests. Call the air units to take them down.
Where's the rest of your army?
Krutov points toward the hazy outline of the city in the distance.
They're marching on Beregrad as we speak.
If you want to capture Tamarovka, why not concentrate your forces?
Over half the Xeno cavalrymen are gone. When my men storm the city, they will crumble at my feet, and Igor will be mine.
Let's hope everything goes as smoothly as you say. I'll be taking my leave now.
The officer turns, his foot sinking into the false, soft earth.
A Baba Yaga ritual. Step away from it.
Krutov?
It's been a long time, Krutov.
Charging headfirst alone into the wolf's den. Your tactical brilliance continues to astound. You haven't changed a bit, my friend. Arrogant and ignorant in equal measure.
Alone? I'm afraid not. Meet my new allies.
He and Commander Ivan share a firm nod. The boys rear their horses, their shaskas and voices raised to the sky. The cavalry splits, charging down clear paths leading out the village. Their guns, blades, and hooves shatter the Manus forces.
They're heading to...
As a former member of the Sentinel unit, it takes him only a moment to grasp Igor's tactic.
They're going to cut us off! Third company, stop those riders at once!
Griffins, pin down the Manus infantry!
Oh, Lieutenant Ptolemy.
That's Fruthark alphabet? I don't know what you mean. Krutov smiles a cruel smile, as if mocking a cub that has overestimated its strength.
I hope you're not suffering too much from the pain where your eyes should be.
Fuck, traitor!
A bloody Shaska cuts through the air.
Hold back, Ptolemy. It's not time yet.
Yes, father.
Ptolemy's surrender widens Krutov's grin. He treads on the pride of his former squad mate with almost gleeful mockery.
Oh, what a pitiful boy. Can't even hold his gun steady without...
Ah, okay. Another blade stops just 3 inches from Krutov's chest.
I know you've been dying to kill me, Krutov. Now's your chance.
Filter complete. Move carefully.
You look so sad. Alright.
Please stay behind
No.
me.
Buff barrel.
Please lend me your power.
Buff. Debuff. Strike.
Please stay behind me. Awaken. A ripple stirred.
Tu peux la jeter maintenant, la charme d'opère.
My responsibility. You won't get away.
A sacred charge.
He has an earth spell. Launch. Launch.
Comme l'a scellé le destin.
Restraint is part of the training.
Cet en tout révèle le Sephiroth.
Which is so they use the characters and so on. Krutov or the Ritualist? Oh, you mean the spell that you mean the spell that Ivan and Igor came out of. Okay, I see that.
Fate has revealed itself to you.
A necessary counterattack.
I think I've gotten him down as much as I can. He's gonna probably be killed by the witches. Yeah. Interesting. Oh, get this out there. Debuff. Debuff. Is this guy invincible? What do I need to do to kill him?
Please, stop this violence.
The ground's shifting.
Everyone, stay back.
You've grown weak, Igor. You don't deserve the reverence you once held. Look, even the land itself turns on you.
There's strength in restraint.
Captain?
What happened to him? Guess we'll find out. Elegy for the Dawn. The red willow that has watched over the Cossacks for a century lies fractured. The ground that should have been firm and warm has turned to a sticky mire, trapping Igor by the legs. Blood courses through his already throbbing veins as the power borrowed from Baba Yaga puts an almost unbearable burden on his mixed blood Arcana's body.
You've grown stronger.
Okay. Pinned like a haunted beast, he can only watch as the enemy commander approaches.
Admiral Igor.
Krutov stops a few paces away.
Still catching your breath from the teleport ritual?
Igor only glares, his chest heaving. Krutov knows this proud old lion will not plead, not even in his last moments.
Don't worry. I'll soon put you out of your misery. But first, answer me one question.
He cocks his gun, lining it up between Igor's eyes.
Back when we were chained in the Bone Garden, you saved us. What deal did you make with Baba Yaga, the old hag of death, to free us from slavery? Or rather, what did you trade for those extraordinary powers that even Arcana was willing to bargain for? Powers that don't belong to a mixed blood like you.
Just shoot already.
Still clinging to your secrets? Seems you two have lost yourself to the witchcraft of death, my old comrade.
Scorn and arrogance shadow every inch of Krutov's face.
Then take your secrets to the grave. Farewell.
A flash of sunlight glints in his eyes. No, that's not sunlight. He instinctively looks up toward the light. A blaze-fused cylinder is hurtling through the air, its active solution burning like a tiny sun. A one-eyed sniper fires, shattering it. Scalding alchemical fluid splashes over half of Krutov's face, shrieks of pain mingling with the smell of cooking flesh.
Any morphine to ease the pain, Captain?
Freed from Krutov's incantation, the ground begins to harden again. Ptolemy lowers his gun and pulls his father up before his legs are sealed for good. Yeah, so Arcanist blood, like, they're considered two different species or something, but they can mix. So they stand side by side.
Thank you, Father. Just as you predicted. In his anger, he dropped his guard. But I still think I should have aimed for his heart instead.
An eye for an eye. That was my promise.
He glances past Ptolemy's shoulder at the man he once fought beside. Krutov kneels, his burned face buried in his hand, the charred skin sticking to his cold leather gloves.
No mortal can transcend eternity, Krutov. I already told you this. The power Manus Vindicta offers is nothing but a poison chalice.
I'm a Hufflepuff too.
Drinking it down will only lead to your doom.
No! I'm no weakling like you, Igor. I won't flinch from the pursuit of strength.
His whole body is quivering.
I won't make the same mistake you did.
Wait, what's he holding?
A mask? Between his hands and ruined flesh, a familiar dark mask appears.
Forgive my earlier ignorance, Your Holiness. From this moment on, I will eternally praise your name.
God damn it!
Ptolemy fires at Krutov, but the bullet hits a wall of ice before it reaches him. Krutov shakes and murmurs to himself as he undergoes the trial. Ptolemy paces forward, readying himself to tear the mask from him.
I'll smash that mask to pieces.
No, stay back.
Igor grabs his shoulder and pulls him back. A sharp wall of ice slides through the air in front of him.
I hear it. I hear your wise words. I should have listened to you long ago. I should have seen the truth of this world. Ah!
Krutov lowers his hands, the melted flesh of his face dripping like soft wax and sticky amber threads.
Mother.
Mother of resurrection.
With the hand-shaped mask cradling his eyes, a whirlwind of chilling air begins to spread from Krutov.
This code. It's... I see. Krutov has passed the mask trial. That Manus ritualist must be hiding nearby. She's giving him the power to contain the entire stolen winter.
Okay.
So,
What? So that's why the Flying Witches couldn't fully stop the ritual. Who'd have thought Krutov was?
Igor draws his shasket. It trembles in the sudden cold, frost forming diamonds along its blade.
inform Lieutenant Lilia at once. We found the final rite.
Are we fighting them both?
Filter complete. Move carefully.
Oh.
Who should my squadron help during the next attack?
Alright.
Better think carefully.
It seems he's developed the traits of a Terra Fiend after passing Manus Vindictus trial. Watch out for his channeling effects.
He's a monster now.
So does the Cavalry Corps. I'm certain Lieutenant Lilia will adapt her support flexibly to the situation. We need to trust our allies if we want to win this fight.
Alright. Decreased military response. Alright. Off barrel.
Please lend me your power. It is here.
Buff. Buff.
Please stay behind me. Awaken.
Yeah.
A little stir.
The Flying Witches are coming to help. Hang on, everyone.
You won't get away. My responsibility.
All troops, break formation. Air support has arrived.
Those machine guns are keeping Krutov well covered. They must be taken out as soon as possible. Those...
A glimpse. I can hear it. Comme l'a scellé le destin, cette entour révèle les séphirotes.
Alright, second round. I think I have enough AoE damage to hit everything. Especially with barrel. Second round. Oh, he's nasty.
强梁既出，王有不为。Fate has revealed itself to you.
Alright, he's almost dead. He's really dead.
Voilà donc succès. Atteindre la fin. Non
Right
la
on
prophétie.
time, Onyx Kitty. Seems like you got the last shot. Living ice swirls and bites at their wrists, climbing up their arms and their torsos. Only their red-hot gun barrels are able to fight it off.
This bastard won't hold back the winter any longer. Keep shooting.
Manus soldiers, one after another, throw themselves into the gunfire before they reach the collapsed Krutov. Soon, Krutov is submerged in a black tide of soldiers. Ptolemy swings his open his gun cylinder and empties the spent shells.
Damn it! Where did he run off to? Hey, Flying Witch! How'd those menaces come up here all of a sudden? Did the cavalry all turn tail and run?
Shut your trap.
A flurry of condensation clouds opens from her mouth. The thinness of the staying cold air has pulled her lower. Lilia runs a circle around the battlefield, knocking aside some straggling enemies before landing in a small clearing at its center. Yes, House Halfling goes back to normal.
The cavalry are chasing down whatever's left of Krutov's bandits. As for the Manas, I got no clue how they managed to disappear like that. Must have used some kind of teleport ritual. The Alphas are looking for it now.
There were a lot of them, so the ritual site must be nearby. Probably somewhere in the village.
If that's the case, the Alphas can't do much. Too many buildings. You better have your men do a grid search.
How about we carpet bomb them out?
What about the villagers, huh? What about your own men? У тебя что, мозг отмёрз?
A unit will be dispatched to perform a ground search, but they won't be as fast as you, Lieutenant.
She has no more words. After a moment, she clicks her tongue and climbs onto her broom.
Based on the direction of the reinforcements, the teleport ritual site must be in the south of the village. Freezing my butt off here. Ugh. Where is the damn thing? A whole army went through it. No way it just disappeared without a trace. Блять!
Lilia squints as the glare from somewhere on the ground almost blinds her. She banks hard, just barely avoiding a roof. She tries to hide in the clouds, but the glare follows her every turn.
I swear, if I catch the ground duster who dares dazzle me right now, I'll give him a missile to the face. Missile to the face. And Sergei, if you shine the light of that telescope into my eyes one more time, the last thing you'll see is a missile to the face. Understood?
Understood, Lieutenant.
Sergei!
She pulls down her goggles, drops lower, and searches for the light source. It's a pair of binoculars, half shattered, looking like a sorry children's kaleidoscope. They're in the hands of a wounded young rider in a Xeno uniform, looking just as tattered. He waves as he jumps, lively as a grassland hare, one hand pointed.
What's he pointing at? The stable? Why? There's something in the stable? Wait! It's got to be Krutov!
She spots a limping Krutov being led into the stable by the ritualist.
I see them, Sergei! Stay back!
Ice and dust scatter in the explosion. By the time Lilia lands near the ruined stable, Sergei is already digging through the wreckage like a mole.
Didn't I tell you to stay away? Krutov and that ritualist could still be alive down there.
No, it can't be. How?
Sergei climbs out, brushes himself off, and runs to the lieutenant.
The place is tiny, but I don't see them. Not even a trace.
They got away again.
Lilia kicks a small mushroom at her feet in frustration.
Probably used multiple short-range teleport rituals. Blech. Hopefully the Alphas find something elsewhere. So, how did you end up here?
We can save that for later, Lieutenant. All that matters now is that I'm alive. For a moment, I honestly thought that this would be it for me.
He almost stumbles over his words to get his next question out.
How are things in the city? What's happened to Commander Ivan and the rest of the Corps? It looks like the bandits and the menace are gone. What's going on? Come on, tell me! Did we win?
Lilia crosses her arms, not knowing where to begin. She takes a long drink from a flask she hasn't opened in a long time. Winter returns, and with it the eerie silence of snow. A distant sound answers for her. Hollered voices, snorting horses, and the stirring of long grass all echo on the banks of the shimmering dawn. Wrist pops? What is that? I know ring pops.
They did what they could.
Some sins can never be redeemed. Yet, it is not too late to keep them from spreading, from taking root again. For one's own sake, and for the sake of home and family. Bare fists struck steel behemoths. Soft flesh warded off fell sorcery. Their brittle lives were laid down so that others might be spared. And the living lift their eyes as the first snow falls. Time finds its rightful course once more. Winter has come.
Luckily, we won. For this round, at least.
The long road ahead.
My mission on the Eastern Front is over, but the battle that took place here has left an indelible impression on me. It still strikes me like lightning. In the city of Beregrad, civilians, barely knowing how to handle a gun, gave their all to defend their homes from bandits and Manus Vindictae. Their unyielding defense of the city streets brought crucial tactical space for the Xeno Cavalry Corps and their allies on the field, allowing them to strike the enemy's main force without restraint. Some lost their lives, but many more will live because of their sacrifice. I am certain those names will be remembered on this step forever. As an aside, I ran into Charon here. What are the odds of that? It's a shame I don't have time to share more stories with you in just one letter.
Is she writing to
I hope one
Sentinel?
day to tell you all about them in person.
Turns into a kitten and
don't
boosts
worry
my
about
snoot.
me, my dear Marianne.
Cute.
I'll soon return to the Foundation headquarters. I look forward to hearing.
I knew it! She's writing to Marianne, aka Sentinel. Onyx Kitty over here using her Meryl powers.
That the only letter you want to send?
The knight folds her letter, seals it in an envelope, and presses the Foundation's wax seal on it with solemn care.
I would have written more if I knew you'd be delivering them personally. If you're returning to the Western Front, please bring this letter to Montpé. Someone there will pick it up.
Ah, you mean that gargoyle girl, right? She's not hanging around Montpé anymore.
Huh? Do you know where she went?
Can't say that I do, but I have run into her a few times since.
Hound looks as though a chill has just run up his spine.
First time was in Luxembourg. I was out looking for something when she decided to press the muzzle of her gun against the back of my head.
Ha ha ha! Ouch!
I thought she was still holding a grudge over what happened at Hill 299. I wouldn't blame her. After all, Creius owes her a hell of a lot more than a little thanks. But turns out she just wanted to have a chat with the member of the 12.
What did you talk about?
Something about setting rules. Said she doesn't mind helping out when her objectives overlap with ours, on the condition that we share with her each and every piece of information we have. Must have been serious, right? Doesn't seem like the kind of person who appreciates a joke.
Maybe just your jokes.
Could be. Anyway, I don't know her exact whereabouts, but finding her again shouldn't be too hard. I'm sure she wouldn't want to miss your letter.
Thanks. So, why were you sent here?
Chris wanted me to do some mopping up. Lucky me, always stuck with the chores. Watching to see if the Xenocore here show any unusual political tendencies after the battle. Making sure they've cut contact with Ego. Oh, and Blackbird.
He pulls out a document from his coat and hands it to Marcia. After a pause, she carefully opens
Meryl,
it.
head to the Don River region immediately. Cover your tracks and investigate the Golden Famine there. Reyes, November 10? That was before Meryl's desertion. Then, she didn't run away after all?
Nah, the date's fake. Creus wrote up this secret order right in front of me after your report. The seal on the signature hadn't even dried when I set out.
Little paperwork filed after the fact. Should be harmless.
I see. Are you sure you should have told me this?
Irmalai's face darkens unexpectedly.
We're on the same team. If we can't trust each other, we'll all end up in the ditch when shit hits the fan. Know what I mean?
You make a good point. Meryl's still resting. Should I call for her now?
I'm here.
The deserter, spared for now by this secret order, peeks out from behind Marcia with a sheepish look on her face. Irmalai tilts his chin at her.
Your days of fluttering under a babysitter's wings have come to an end, Blackbird. You may be off the Foundation's hook, but I'm afraid some form of internal punishment within the squad is inevitable.
Internal punishment?
Hearing this, Meryl takes a slow step back.
Don't think you can get away again.
Like catching a rabbit, the man pulls Meryl out from behind the knight.
Hey, go easy on her.
I'll be keeping tabs on her from now on, Marcia. Even got a tracking serum. Creus's order.
What's a crossbody bag? Like a duffel bag?
Tracking serum?
Yeah, goof juice, invented by some eggheads. Still in development, actually. Our little runaway will make the perfect lab rat.
I won't run again. Trust me, I swear.
Keep that voice down. You trying to tell the entire world you're a deserter? Are you looking for a taste the Dumbitter portion?
No.
Messenger bag, okay. She bites her lip. Marcia gives her a light pat on the shoulder.
Relax. I'll be traveling back with you.
Huh? A black warhorse trots over from down the street, his old friend beside him.
It is good that you've returned to your friends, Meryl. May your journey ahead be a safe one. And thank you, Marcia. Tending to this broken body must have taken a great toll on you. I am sorry for any pain it caused.
Please, don't think of it that way, Charon. I can handle my arcane skills. I'm just relieved that you're back on your feet.
Gotta say, I was surprised to hear you'd made it out this way, Gravedigger. Paravian told me it was you who covered Meryl's tracks.
Ooh, wait, leave Charon out of this. I forced him to help me.
What's got you so worked up? All you did was follow Creus's orders and cover your tracks, right?
Yeah. No, wait. Did I?
Yeah, you did. And keep that in mind if anyone asks.
Oh, okay.
Sharon, struggling to follow the conversation among the 12 squad, gives up trying.
Life must flee death. It is our most basic instinct. Death is impartial, unstoppable. No creature should be punished for running from its shadow.
Sure, sure. Don't worry. I'll make sure our friend here stays safe and sound.
A small hope in this grey world. Now, there's more work to be done.
You're leaving again, Charon?
Why don't you join us at the...
Foundation catches in her throat.
Never mind. I hope I see you again, Charon. Though, maybe not on another battlefield. I'd be happy to never see another corpse in my life. I'll miss you too, Andreas.
Meryl steps on her tiptoes, wrapping her arms around Andreas's neck, pressing her cheek to his rough mane.
Goodbye, friends. I've made so many happy memories with you. Well, aside from the drowning. I'll miss you from the bottom of my heart.
That drowning part was a bit of a mystery, how she managed to survive that long.
May our reunion come in a more peaceful time.
Beating Andreas by the reins, Sharon makes his way out of the city. They disappear into the winter grassland, returning to the long, hard road they must walk. The streets of Beregrad are packed. The people hug and laugh, and the soldiers drink and sing to their hard-won victory. But deep below the church, in a room from another age, there is nothing but silence. Burton doesn't get any more answers, I'm assuming. The white marble chair is smooth and cold. The touch of a fingertip sends a distant call across time and space. Small obsidian block grows light, purple and blue and green colors appear, but only she can understand it.
Is it really you?
Kind of reminds me a little bit of Beryl there, Onyx Kitty. Somebody else with ability to see beyond time and space. She sits, and a pain prickles through her skin, a pain that is not her own.
What have you been through? Where are you?
We should let her get some rest. Burton.
Aww. Yeah? What did they say? Don't tell me any of their secrets. She sees the golden thread.
We all walk our own paths, seeking our own answers. But our paths will surely cross again.
Well, keep them, that's fine.
Timekeeper.
She gets to her feet, tearing her from those memories and thrusting her back into the real world. The footsteps that follow carry a note of caution.
This room had always been locked to me, but now it is blindingly white.
Mr. Igor.
I wouldn't sit in that chair. Not unless you know it to be necessary.
Herb sat here.
I wanted to try it myself.
Find anything useful?
Some documents on the experiment. The person who told me about this room might be interested. But if you mean to ask about Erd specifically, I haven't learned anything more than I did on my first visit. You were there. What do you know about the experiments in this room? What did they want from her?
Her usually reasoned words come quickly, driven by her hunger for
What
answers.
did you do to her?
The things the Pax House did to Earth. I'm sure you've pieced it together somehow. After the second storm, the Foundation led an effort to build an emergency response system. But after Manus Vindicta reared their head, and in the wake of the vanishing of 2 eras, we realized no system could stop the storm. We needed Earth.
And you tracked her down, only to find she'd become someone else. An investigative journalist, a humanitarian doctor, anything but the identity you were hoping for. You tried every method to force that version of her, a blind woman you had no need of, into becoming Erd again, the one from 1990.
We, or the Pax House, believe that no matter the nature of the storm, whether Manus Vindicta forged new psyches from the realm of souls, or twisted the entire material world to warp memories on a universal scale, the key to every question about the storm was tied up in Earth, the original Earth. The Loop Laboratory and the Vessel Ensoulment experiments conducted here were dedicated to finding that key.
Was that your goal? To find her and end all this?
The old admiral closes his eyes, either to recall or avoid.
Igor, do you also want to return to the era before the storm?
No reply comes. Igor moves to a corner as if searching for something.
Just as I suspected, they didn't have time to evacuate with these materials.
From a pile of discs, he lifts a white book as thick as a dictionary.
Take it.
It's heavy.
Its surface is as cold and hard as marble.
The weight of 43 souls combined.
Huh?
The souls of those whose identities were displaced after the storm. I abducted them from all around the world, a way to regain my footing among the ranks. I placed my trust, my hope even, in the Foundation, believing that these experiments would one day bring back the people I loved.
But you chose to walk away.
43. Each soul left behind a husk. I buried every one of them. I've buried so many people since the storm. I've lost count. I stopped counting.
He takes the black cube from his coat and murmurs an incantation. It floats above his palm.
Arcana's body was annihilated, but her presence, and yours, even with my modest lineage, I feel her presence everywhere, at all times. She bestowed on me a boon that let my army cross the storm. It worked as she promised, but after leaving Antarctica, the barrier that Boone created could shelter only one person. I did still use it as a beacon to find a new sanctuary, but it cost us dearly in time and effort. Meanwhile, Krutov seized the opportunity to wreak havoc along the Dawn.
A bitter smile colors Igor's face, and he stops channeling arcane energy into the boon.
This is Arcana's mockery of me. The mixed blood arcanist who dared to mimic Noah.
But you managed to build your own ark, didn't you?
He gives a dry laugh that is neither a yes nor a no. He sets the boon down on the white book. When she reaches out to it, the ever-present threads pull apart, then fade into the air.
Huh?
You are the true savior destined to lead us from the flood. Take it.
Give up not, all of you who are For much about yourself you must learn, but throw away not anything of you, of who you are, for all of it creates who you are. I don't understand.
Back to our deal, Timekeeper. I brought you to this laboratory as promised, and told you secrets the Foundation would rather keep hidden. Along with this boon, I believe I have done enough to earn your favor.
What is it that you want?
Only that you consider me a partner in the future, so that we may help each other when the need arises.
I'm still the timekeeper of the St. Pavlov Foundation. You're betting your life and freedom on nothing more than my favor.
Not my first gamble. I have confidence. You and I share the same enemy in Arcana. There is another matter. Krutov has passed the mask trial. He is more dangerous than ever before. We defeated him at Tomarovka, but there was no sign of his body.
So you're suggesting...
Manus Vindicta lacks leaders with modern military training. I suspect Krutov will become key to their future conflicts with the Foundation.
Wow, he's not just a beast, but maybe he's capable of commanding an army as part of the menace. Having left the Timekeeper to her devices, Igor slips past the street celebrations and leaves Beregrad.
Father.
As you said, Moldir, the Timekeeper is unlike most of her colleagues.
A soft laugh comes through the communicator. The events at the South Pole are still fresh in her mind.
She's a truly extraordinary young woman. Based on my collaboration with her team in Antarctica, I'm sure she has prospects beyond the Foundation. I hope your meeting brought something of value.
It did, to my surprise. Recall all personnel on the field to the Sanctuary. We need to accelerate recruitment and redeployment.
Moldir is temporarily rendered silent by the abruptness of this order.
Yes.
Let the residents of any nearby villages join us if they wish. We need all the strength we can muster.
All of them?
Civilian or soldier, human or arcanist, take them all in.
The Admiral answers with an unwavering conviction.
And keep an eye on Ptolemy until I return. And should I not return, command of the Griffin Legion will be transferred to you.
Father.
Igor, standing on the bank of the Don, gives the old city one last glance and ends the call. Oh, okay. Okay, that sounds better.
Rush, old man.
A gun nozzle pulses to the back of Igor's head.
I've been expecting you, Lieutenant Lilia.
So you recognize that Ptolemy is a good-for-nothing bastard then? At least you're a better father than you're a soldier. But being a half-decent father won't save you from the crimes you've committed or the lives you've taken. I said it before, I'll say it again. I will personally escort you to the judgment seat.
Oh?
Give me a minute. I'll go deal with the intruder. Walking into my home with blood-soaked boots. Such insolence. Does he think sending people to die makes him special? He'll pay for this in blood.
Just have him change shoes.
That's nowhere near enough. He'll have to scrub every bloodstain off the floor. I don't want to hear any excuses. This whole mess is his own fault. So he claims those big shots forced him to stain his hands, huh? How convenient.
It seems more like wisdom than a riddle.
And this plan to restore everything to how it was? Utterly foolish. But the fact that he followed it to the letter makes him no different from the ones who devised it. To realize their grand vision, those so-called realists kept piling weight on one side of the scale, sacrificing one innocent life after another, just so someone could remember a name that wasn't hers anymore. Absurd. I have one thing to say to those arrogant megalomaniacs wanting to play gods. Anyone who has forgotten their own name is as good as dead, and forcing them to wear it again won't change a thing. What happened has happened. Those bloody footprints can never truly be erased.
All right. Crime and Punishment. Fitting name, I guess.
Raise your glass to the Sino Cavalry Corps.
За корпус, за летающих ведьм и за Береград.
To the corpse, to the flying witches, and to Beregrad. Oak mugs, meat in the toast, golden liquor overflowing at their rims.
This is nothing like the samogon we brew in the village.
Too fiery for you?
Not fiery enough.
He drains his mug and lets out a hearty laugh.
Hit me!
Lilia sits with the celebrants, cheeks flushed, but her eyes still sharp on the stitched gates outside the tent. Okay. When she sees the Griffin soldiers leaving in 2s and 3s, she spits, picks up her broom, and strides out.
Where are you going, Commander? You're the star of this party.
Come on, quit with the titles. Lilia's just fine. I'm just going to get some more drinks from the city.
Oh, flying under the influence. You sure?
Catch me if you can.
The engine flares orange. Her new broom, carrying Lilia and the name Red 38, shoots into the clouds and disappears. The commander examines the trail toward Beregrad with a puzzled look. Then he flips the tent flap and steps inside.
Where's Lieutenant Lilia off to?
The city. Said she'll bring back more drinks.
Weighing the bottle in his hand, he lapses into silence.
I'm afraid there won't be any judgment for me, Lieutenant Lilia.
Oh yeah? What's got you so confident?
This war between Manus Vindicta and the Foundation will grind on for a long time to come. They won't give the order to arrest me until it ends.
The gun presses harder against his head. An Arcanist skull is like any other. It has no defense against a bullet.
They might call us traitors, but still, our names and faces are listed as martyrs in Zeno's Hall of Merit. They know that others doubt, and they fear for their morale. They know I still live, of course. Even so, the Foundation gains nothing from making an enemy of me, so long as I remain a potential ally.
The threat brings him no fear. He only answers her anger with measured calm.
And as a result of my actions in São Paulo, the rift between the Foundation and the various factions of Zeno has been laid bare.
Rift?
Zeno should have been at the front lines of this war with the Manus Vindictae, yet the Joint Command sent them to the Eastern Front. Leon knows he speaks the truth.
So if the Foundation put you on trial, it'd be like they're spitting in Zeno's face.
She looks up at the sky despite herself. The flying witches she put on patrol pass overhead. Their grand white Foundation uniforms make them look like fluttering
But
doves.
the Pax House will intervene.
Even if their direct intervention would sever all trust between the Foundation and Zeno.
Sever all trust. How?
The last thing Zeno wants is to relieve the shame of São Paulo. Likewise, the Foundation has no desire to reveal how deep their network goes. If the Pax House intervenes, that delicate balance will crumble.
Wait, network? Do you mean the soldiers you dealt with in Sao Paulo?
10 humans and 4 Arcanists refused to join our rebellion. 3 were spies we had long sniffed out. As for the rest...
Igor closes his eyes. He won't defend himself any further.
Bush! They were all our comrades. Every one of them.
A trembling finger tightens on the trigger.
They fought together with you. Shared their canteens and rations with you. You could have sent them off somewhere. Could have arrested them. Knocked them out. Put them to sleep. You had a million ways to pull off your rebellion without killing them. You chose to murder them. Why?
The old man's breath doesn't hasten, but his chest heaves.
The Apostles' Brotherhood was watching. To reach a future free from meaningless sacrifices, some cost must be paid.
So, you used them! Ended them so you could go on with the Manus!
Yes.
You'll pay for what you did!
I've committed many crimes. I will
Dances
not
on my
run
head.
from them. I will be ready to surrender my life when the day comes. But it has not come. Until it does, I will continue to assist the Timekeeper. Her fight is only just beginning.
The wind drops and the grasslands fall still. Only the young pilot's breath grows heavier.
Сука, блядь!
She flings the revolver to the ground, the wild grass swallowing it.
All the goddamn arrogance! You ready to die? No, your death won't fix anything.
Happy kitten!
What about everyone who decided to follow you, huh? What about Lopera? You owe her an explanation. Блять! You were right about this old fart Ivan. He's got a screw loose in the brain. Someone should send him to Mesmer Jr. to sort him out.
The commander steps out from behind a rise. Clearly he has been watching unseen from the start. He studies Igor, searching for a trace of the past in his weathered eyes.
You are a madman, Igor. Except Manus Vindicte, who else dares challenge Zeno and the Foundation? And now even the Manus march against you. Your legion walks amid tigers.
Igor turns to his old friend with an unusual calm, as if he weren't sinking into a mire.
Amid tigers? No. My legion soars high above, like the indomitable griffin. My children will rend their foes with claws, and guard their friends with wings. And they will bear their ark safely through the currents of time.
Don't flatter yourself.
Lilia spits.
Nothing you do will ever be enough to atone for what you've done.
Agreed. Still, none can deny his deeds in Antarctica and Belgrade.
Antarctica. I heard from the Capitan that Ulrich bypassed the Manus troops thanks to Lieutenant Moldir. That your order?
No. This was Moldir's choice. I did not intervene, true. But I cannot take any credit for it.
Stubborn old fart. If you step even one toe out of line, you're dead.
She mounts her broom. Before starting the engine, she looks back at Igor. She points up at the flying witches in the clouds.
We'll be watching you. I will be watching you.
Igor responds with a slow nod. A shapeless anger sits in Lilia's chest. She snorts and tears into the sky.
We were just like her once. Young, unable to ignore anything we saw as unjust. Compelled to personally right every wrong.
But we never put our lives on the line like her, did we? Wait.
The scar on his brow moves with his smile. Memory does live in those old eyes.
You did.
So did you. I never thought an old cat like you would change his spots. Not a change I favor, mind.
A river turns foul when it holds. We must all find our way to the ocean.
Igor steps toward the river, his boot spurs cutting lines in the soft mud at the bank.
I suspect you were the one that persuaded the lieutenant to leave her gun unloaded.
Ha ha ha!
I owed you for what you did for the Corps.
The commander runs an agitated hand through his hair and joins Igor.
Got a cigarette?
I quit back in 99.
Hugs my head. The famed commander of the Xeno cavalry pulls a handful of grass from a nearby tuft.
Do you have any idea how many of my silly pups wish to follow you after Damarovka?
I found a place, somewhere big enough to welcome you and the Corps.
I'm not ready to have a bounty on my head.
But you spoke in this bounty target's defense. What did you say to Lieutenant Lilia?
I gave her a choice. End your life with a bullet, or let you live, bearing the pain of your guilt.
Ew. Almost done.
Did you ever consider that I might just be a cold-hearted tyrant? That I feel no guilt at all? We've all changed since the storm.
I read your letter, old friend. No truth serum could tell me more than it did. I tarnished with my own hands the honor we once held dear. Molly, please tell Lopera that...
A dark arcane glow appears by the letter. A shadowy mouth emerges from it, chews down, and drags it into the void. The jar in Igor's hand flickers. A firefly dims and falls to the bottom.
Really? Running your old bones deeper into the ground just to protect your privacy?
Privacy. I thought you'd never heard of the word.
I didn't mean to pry. The soldiers were getting their letters. Yours was the only one with no name. We ride out come morning. We all know that many of us will never return. You still have a chance to come to the siege before we leave.
You want me to take those young soldiers in?
This was never meant to be their war.
Lilia's aircraft has left a lingering line across the sky.
They deserve to see the new spring.
Oh, a hydrate. I have been hydrating. You can see it there.
Located in a Foundation facility. Completely confidential and no field mission application required. You're more thoughtful than I expected, Timekeeper.
Let's make the most of our time, Mr. Ironai, before our absence draws unnecessary attention.
Then let's cut to the chase. About the vessel ensoulment experiments conducted in the Amber Room laboratory. What have you learned?
I managed to recover documents detailing the experiment's main procedures. However, I didn't find anything significant about Erd.
The end. All right. Looks like we're about to finish our stream. Do a raid. All right. Thank you for joining me very much, Onyx Kitty. And anybody else who's here. We had Althessa join me yesterday. Probably after my raid. See what we have. See what we have for a raid. Yep. You. Maybe. Stavropel. Let's give him a raid. Launching.